Fires is like one of my favorites. Like that's basically my playlist. My playlist is all over. It's like scattered. It's like everything.
Yeah, mine's like that too. I just see. I was I was gonna do this rap album, not rap album, but like this album tier list where I was gonna get a bunch of people. Um, so then I was looking at like the most popular albums or the best albums of like the last like 10 to 15 years, and then there's all these albums on there, and I listened to almost all of them. But then there was like I didn't listen to Control by SZA. Incredible album. I
Oh,
just
that's
recently listened to it.
that album's amazing.
It is
Classic.
it's fantastic. It is a classic. And I didn't listen to Solange. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm not really,
Oh,
you
I
know, I'm
love
not great at
Solange.
pronunciation. Yeah, her
Yeah, Solange.
album, the one that she released in 2016, A Seat at the Table, fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yes. I didn't expect you to actually listen to her. She's actually, yeah, she's really good. I like her a lot better than Beyonce. I know that's gonna get me killed, but
Me
I
too.
still, I actually really like her a lot better than Beyonce.
My thing with Beyonce is when Beyonce makes good music, it's pretty much incredible. It's just she makes a lot of like kind of mediocre music, kind of music that's
Yeah,
like to me it's like right there in the middle. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It's like her album with the Carters, right? The Carter album with Jay-Z.
yeah,
Half of it was good, half of it wasn't. And
right.
then she's hit or miss with her projects. Like Lemonade's incredible. Beyonce was incredible. But then there's like a couple older albums and I'm like, they're all right.
I didn't
So
really listen to like her like I listened to like a couple songs, but I didn't listen to like none of her recent albums like Lemonade. The only song that I know from that album probably would be like Formation. But other than that, I don't really like. She's not one of those artists that I like check to see she has new music.
yeah.
Like
She's
SZA
kind
is
of like
one of
that
those
for me.
artists.
SZA
Yeah,
definitely is. SZA's incredible.
yeah.
I only listened to Lemonade because everyone was talking about it, and it took me about 3 years to listen to it just because it took 3 years for it to be released anywhere. So I had to, it took me a
Right.
long, long time to get it. But um, I really like it. I think there's a few songs that aren't great, but I love the song. Like Sorry's really good. 6 Inch is really good. Freedom's really good. Obviously, Formation's good. It's
Hmm.
like it's a good album. It's probably not nearly as good as everyone else made it out to be, but it's good. I really like Beyonce. Like the album Beyonce. I know a lot of people don't listen to it or talk about it as much. I liked it
Hmm.
just
I'm
because I
more of
really
a.
like.
If I had to pick, I like Rihanna better. I
Yeah,
prefer
me
her
too.
music more. Her music is really good. I'm really excited to when she puts out a project. I'm like everybody's waiting on it. That's how you know like she's just that type of artist because everybody's like really waiting on her album. It's
Yeah, I
like
know,
the
me
end.
too.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it's been 4 years, first of all, and with Rihanna, I had never loved any of the projects she made. Like I listened to almost all of them. Like I don't think I listened to Rated R or Good Girl Gone Bad or okay, well, I guess I didn't really listen to anything up until like 2010. But like I listened to Loud, I listened to Talk That Talk, I listened to Unapologetic, and I didn't really like any of them. But Auntie's a classic. It's so good.
yeah, Anti's good.
Yeah, Anti.
Anti that um I would probably say like I don't know how many songs on there, but I would say probably like 3/4 of that album is good.
Oh
A
yeah,
solid 3/4. There's probably only like 2 or 3 songs that are not good.
probably. And even then, like I don't remember not liking anything. I just remember loving everything. Obviously, especially Needed Me. Like Needed Me is so good. It's such a good
Yeah,
song. Such a
Needed
good song.
Me, um, Work. Obviously, that song was probably a cultural reset. Yeah, that song was really good.
Oh yeah, Work's the only song I don't like on the album.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like Work. I don't like Work. It's too repetitive. I don't like songs that are like where the beat is overly repetitive, like one word repetitive, like because you're just saying because the hook is so essential to a song. It gets like I'd say it takes up maybe like half a song normally in nowadays culture of music. So if it's just one word, it's like okay, I've heard it too much already.
Yeah, she does repeat the same.
I also just don't like Drake that much, so it doesn't help either.
I don't know. Okay, here's my thing with Drake. Like, I like some of his music, and then sometimes I don't. Like, he's really one of those artists. Is like I'm indifferent about. Like,
Yeah.
I can really like him, and I can really not care.
He's very hit or miss. Just that's
Yeah.
because he's always changing his style constantly.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think he's a better feature artist or a better like on his own song type of artist?
Well, I'd say he's definitely a better feature artist just in terms of the fact that he only seems to bring his better verses on other people's songs. It also
Right.
seems to be the way that he like it's kind of the thing he focuses on too. Like he tries to be like a pioneer of trends. So if he sees a popular song, he tends to want to hop on it. And he tends to bring a really good verse to it, kind of like to take the credit away from the original artist.
He
He kind of does that a
does.
lot,
He does. He does piggyback on like new artists and like new
right? And
sounds.
I know it was a big deal, right? Because like there was a huge drama between him and the guy that made Tuesday, because he like took all the money from the song and stuff, and like he kind of does that, right? Like he's always jumping on big songs. So I think it's just how he is. He knows that if he's going on a big song, that he's going to attract a bunch of new people to his music, and that means he's got to go with his best. But
He's very business savvy. Like
he
for
is,
example, him like hopping on TikTok to do like that stupid song with like left foot in like that stupid stuff. Like he's really smart. I give him that, and he knows when to hop on waves at the like right time.
yeah, I agree. My thing with Drake is I'm not really a big fan of it. Like normally the music I like from Drake are I don't like any of his singles normally. Like I don't like Laugh Now Cry Later, Tuesday Slide,
Right.
God's Plan, Hotline Bling. Like I can go down the list of singles I do not like by Drake. But he always has like filler songs on his projects that I normally actually like quite a lot. Like
Yes.
Portland or fuck, what's another one that I really Gaia Chester. I don't know really how to pronounce it very well, but I really like that song.
Like the
Um,
songs that you least expect to be good. Like you look through the album and then you just pick like a random song. Those songs usually be the best ones.
yeah, I agree, and then I also don't like that he calls his albums playlists now, so he can get out of making albums. It's like, nah, dude, it's an
Oh
album.
wow.
Like I think he did that with Scorpion and More Life, and they're both albums. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he's childish.
He is. I also really like Chicago Freestyle. It's a very good song.
Um,
4422.
I love when Drake works with Party Next Door. That's probably like one of my favorite duos.
Yeah,
I
I
think
do
they work
too.
so well together.
I think Drake's just really good with R&B artists because
I
they
prefer his
sound
R and
better.
B songs, honestly.
Yeah, me too. Most of them. Most of them are really
Yeah,
good, actually.
yeah. He's better at singing, I feel like, than rapping. Have you ever been to his concert or anything?
No, I've never been to a concert before.
Oh, me neither. But I feel like not that good. Like he can't sing in person. So
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not shocked. I mean, I don't really like his singing anyway. um, I think he's a better rapper, but he gets really good, really, really good features. Really good at getting good features.
yeah,
Like, I don't know, he always works with the right people.
yeah. He does. He knows what's hot, what's not. He has a good ear for music. I'll give him that. Um,
Have you heard Selena's album this year?
no, I don't listen to Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I don't really listen to Selena Gomez either. I didn't listen to the album just because I was like, I'm probably not gonna like the whole thing. But I listened to the song Souvenir. Really good song.
Hmm.
Really good
See, with
song.
the thing with pop is like I like some songs, but you gotta have like I don't know. You just gotta have that sound that like I like when they incorporate like hip hop into their songs, like or just when they have like some catchy good beats or flows. Like for example, like I know a lot of people like what's her name, Dua Lipa or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
really I don't really listen to her, but like she has one song called Levitating where I'm like, oh, this song's actually good. Like I added it to my playlist. So it just depends.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, I don't know. Everyone loves her. I don't really like most of her music either. Like, I listen to some of it I like, some of it I don't like. I don't know. I'm like that with pop too, but I'm more like,
Yeah.
if there's an artist I really like, I normally like everything by them. If there's an artist like Charlie Puth that
Right.
I don't like anything by them. So it's like weird.
Right.
Because like I can think, and also I find, and it's also a hard one too, right? Because there's a lot of pop artists that are like just not good for pop, and they moved to R&B. Like Justin Bieber made an R&B album. Not the one he made this year wasn't that good, but like Journals back in like 2016 or
Hmm.
2014, really good album. People don't want to admit that, but it's a very good album. He's really good R&B wise. It just fits his voice better. And then the
Yeah,
same thing goes for Zayn. Like when he was in One Direction, he couldn't make a good song to save his life, and
yeah,
he's great.
exactly. Like oh yeah, I was just listening to Harry Styles. I was like, who in the world would think I'd be listening to Harry Styles? The song "Adore You." I was like, who in the world? Why would I ever listen to Harry Styles? But I actually started liking. It. I was like, dang, this is actually good.
Yeah, Harry Styles makes really good music. Sign of
Yeah,
Times, I will stick to my opinion on Sign of Times being one of the greatest songs that ever came out. It is so good.
Sign of Times. Okay, I'll have to check it out later.
Oh, it's so
You
good.
gotta
It's that
listen to "Adore You."
oh, I
I think
love
you've heard
Adore
it
You. It's
before.
good. It's good.
Yeah,
And I really like
yeah.
Watermelon Sugar too. But I like
Uh, it's catchy. Yeah, it's catchy.
yeah, and a lot of people don't seem to like it. I liked it when I first heard it. I don't listen to it a lot now. I just really like the beat. Plus, it came out right at the beginning of summer, so I was like, "Hey, it's a vibe. It's a summer song."
um, Speaking of pop people, what do you think about like Doja Cat and stuff?
Doja Cat. I
I
mean, a
actually
lot of
really like her.
yeah, I really like her. I was gonna say a lot of people seem to like not like her and come up with all these reasons not to like her and yada yada. But I mean, hey, she has a good voice. Shockingly, I didn't think she'd have a good voice because she was a giant meme before she started making like this popular music. I don't think she makes really really good music though. I just think that she sounds good ultimately.
Here's the thing. I used to listen to her before she was famous, and her music before she was famous is really good. It's like she's really a really good rapper, and I think she's really underrated. And like you'll see it when she puts out more and more music because her catalog's like I don't know. She only has like an album out, and then she puts out a single every now and then. But like her music is really good. She's really creative, and she makes all her own beats. I think, or most of them.
Really, I
Yeah,
should
she's
listen to
really
more
creative.
Doja Cat then. She did that.
What are you saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say the thing that made me realize that she was really good was she did that In Your Eyes remix with The Weeknd, and I listened to that remix all the time just for her verse. Like it's so good, and people were like hating
Exactly.
on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, she can make a song gold. I'll give her that. She's really good.
Yeah, she is really good.
She's gonna be really big. Definitely.
I mean, she's already pretty big. I was
Yeah.
shocked that she rose to fame so freaking fast. TikTok is different.
Yeah. So I've known her since since 2014 I've been listening to her. So yeah. It's crazy when you like know
Damn,
an artist for like once they started and then you see them get big. So it's kind of weird.
I feel that. It's like The Weekend. Um,
Have you had that like with any artist a weekend?
uh, I like to say The Weekend, but I don't think that really counts. Like I first heard The Weekend when he came out with Wicked Games, and then so at first no one really
Hmm.
talked about him, but then when Wicked Games eventually blew up, like a few months later, then he kind of never lost steam. After that, he kind of became huge. Um, because then he did Hills, which is incredible, and then he did Can't Feel My Face, which really took him to the next level because it was pop. So at the time, the only way to break through was pop. And then he did Starboy, like that whole album, and then he did, well, After Hours and Call Out My Name and all that stuff. And he did the fucking 50 Shades album. So I don't know. I don't think I've ever had an artist that I actually listened to and they like became huge, like ever. Well, Migos maybe, because Migos, I listened to Migos way
Yeah.
before they made Bad and Bougie. That's when they really became big.
Oh yes, old Migos is way better. I think
Oh, way better.
everybody can kind of, if you listen to old Migos, I think everybody will agree. Old Migos is way better.
100%. Old Migos, No Label 2 is so
Um,
good.
Hannah Montana,
Yep.
Ice Tray.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that whole album, Young Rich Nigga, is good.
It is really good. That, and I love No Label 2. I mean, it's like
Out.
the only issue with Migos music back in the day was that it was super repetitive, but they had like the really good production and a really good sound that it didn't really matter because you were just listening to it for the vibe anyway. Like it was just a fun, like a lot of party music. So you weren't really looking for anything special anyway. I feel like it wasn't until what is it? I don't know. People started getting weird expectations for them after they did Culture and Bad and Bougie and all that. I was like, come on. Like, Migos are not like artists that you should be expecting like crazy good music from. Like, hello?
Yeah, they're not. Uh, I don't know. They work good with certain artists. Like they work good with Travis. They're better on features nowadays, which is a lot of artists, which is sucks. They're better on features.
Yeah, Migos are definitely better on features because, well, they lean so heavily on Quavo now, and Quavo's only a hook artist, so it's really hard to like
Right.
all of Quavo's best stuff is always going to be hooks on other songs. So that's kind of
Yeah,
how people measure Migos.
they're just really repetitive nowadays, which is a lot of music. But a rapper that I'm really like probably is climbing up to be like one of my favorites is Gunna.
I
Like
like Gunna.
Gunna's like one of my favorites artists. I have like so many songs of his in my playlist. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like Gunna as much. I thought people would like him because he makes some pretty decent music. I'm trying to think of a song that I really like by him. I know he just did that song with Don Toliver, Lemonade, which is really, really good. I really like that song. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Don Toliver's a good feature artist too.
I think Don Toliver's just a good artist. He makes some really good music on his own too. Like his whole album was
Yeah.
pretty solid for a debut album, at least. Was it a debut? I think it was.
No, I think he's had other projects. I think. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Um,
Yeah, he had one in 2018. So yeah,
oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, it was still good. Like it wasn't
yeah,
amazing, but like it has like After Party was great. Cardigan is great.
yep.
Um,
Cardigan, that's on my playlist.
yeah, same. I love Cardigan. I like
No
his new
idea.
song, Clap. Yeah, no idea.
What's what song?
Clap. I really like his new song. It's really good. Um, yeah, I mean, I like everything he puts out most of the time. At first,
Yeah,
I didn't
he,
like him because I hated hearing No Idea all the time. I was like, and then when I actually listened
right,
to the full song, I was like, the song is really good. So then I started
right.
listening to more Don Toliver, and I was like, this guy is really good.
Me too. Like I don't know. I find my music through like the strangest ways. Like when I hear it in the background or something, I always put like Shazam and stuff. And he's just one of those artists that I kept like finding because a lot of people around me were like listening to him. So I was like, oh, maybe I should give him a chance. And I
Yeah,
did, and I'm glad I did.
yeah, same. I mean, I was like sleeping on him there for a bit, where I was like, oh man, he can't be that good. And I was like, shit. Well, first of all, people kept saying his name, and I didn't know who the hell he was. I was like, why are people
Yeah,
talking
who's
about this
that? Me
Don
too.
Toliver guy all the time?
I thought it was an actor or something. I was like, who's Don Toliver? What the
Yeah, I
fuck?
know, me too. I was
But
like,
yeah,
what? Like, I think people would always mention him like Travis Scott, and I always thought it was like a Travis Scott alter ego or something. I was like,
right.
what?
Yeah,
Who the
like
fuck is
Cactus
Don
Jack or
Toliver?
something.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. And then eventually I found out about, well, I listened to No Idea. I searched it up because it was on TikTok all the time, and I was like, I want to listen to the whole thing. And I was like, oh, it's by the Don Toliver guy. This is who I've been hearing about. And then I listened to Backup. That's a really good song with Khalifa.
Back up. You like Wiz Khalifa? Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah, I'm one of those people that like I've always liked Wiz Khalifa. I've listened to everything he's put out since like 12. He's
Hmm.
just really hit or miss in everything that he puts out because he can make really good music and then he can make music that I'm like, yeah, I don't want to listen to this.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never really listened to him. Like I listened to a couple songs here and there, like back in the day when he was like more popular. But I don't really like. I've never really like sat down and say, "Let me go listen to this Wiz Khalifa album" because I just want to listen to this.
Well, I mean, I haven't said that in a while either. Like the last one that I listened to where I was like, oh man, I really want to listen to Wiz Khalifa album was Khalifa. I think that came out like what 2016 probably or something like that. And it wasn't really the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, 2016. Wow, I'm a genius. But
Yeah,
yeah, I listened to Rolling. I listened to a little bit of Rolling Papers too because just because the features, and I like the songs that were on it. But yeah, then a bunch of my friends were going on about how Wiz Khalifa never fell off, and I have to listen to more of his music because it's really good. So I try to listen to whatever comes out now, so I don't get roasted. Because last time
Right.
someone was like, "Yeah, that nigga fell off." Everyone was
what
on
do
my ass.
what do like most of your friends listen to like in Canada?
I would assume probably like the same as like mostly whatever's popular in America, probably. And my friends are all different. So like a lot of my friends, for the most part, listen to older music, but like I know a lot of people that listen to who is it? I know obviously a lot of people that listen to Roddy Ricch and the
Yeah.
Baby and fucking Rod Wave and Kid Leroy and uh, Kanye, obviously, because he's worldwide. Drake, obviously, because Drake. Weekend, everyone listens to the Weekend. Um,
most well, okay. We listen to most of those, but like I'm from like Texas, so like a lot of my friends are like we listen to like I don't know if you listen to him, but you listen to NBA YoungBoy.
I don't really listen to a lot. I don't really like NBA Youngboy, so I don't listen to a lot of this
You
stuff.
don't? Oh gosh, he's really good.
What do you mean?
I guess it's a southern thing, but he's like really good. Like his hype music's good, and then some of his like slower songs are good. He's a really like a popular artist in like my age group. Like a lot of my friends listen to him. I think every single one of my friends probably listens to YoungBoy. Like when I go to parties, like people play YoungBoy. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in America it's really different in terms of like people listen to more music depending on like what state they're from or what city they're from. Like I know a lot of people from Chicago are gonna listen to like certain rappers that are from Chicago or Atlanta or like I know it's
Hmm.
different in America than it is in Canada. Canada people don't give a fuck really. I feel like everyone outside of America doesn't care just because most of the popular music and mainstream is normally from America. So
Yeah, yeah, that is very true. And most of my friends are like black, like me. So yeah, that plays a part too.
yeah, I mean most of my friends, like a lot of my friends are white, but they all listen to like hip hop and stuff though.
Yeah,
So like most people I know don't really listen to pop like that anymore.
right.
Everything's hip
I'm.
hop.
I'd probably be embarrassed to tell my friends I listen to some of the things I do listen to. I'm like, oh, this is actually good, because I don't know if like they would go outside of the genre of rap or like R&B, but I like listening to everything. I'm not just that type of person.
Yeah, I used to be like, I don't want to tell people I listen to stuff, and now I really don't care anymore. Like I
Right.
just said, I listen to journals. It's like, nigga, I don't care if I listen to Justin Bieber. I don't give a fuck. Who cares
Right.
about me
Who
listening to
cares?
Justin Bieber? Like, it's not bad to acknowledge that like other genres of music are great. Like I listen to like obviously my main music is like R&B ish, hip hop.
Hmm.
I like to
Yeah.
listen to jazz a lot as well. Um, but I like to listen to
Instrumentals.
blues sometimes. Love instrumentals.
Yeah. I like lofi. Obviously, who doesn't like lofi? That's like the best genre of study music or anything. It's really
Real.
common. Yeah.
I mean, I just listen. Sometimes I sit down and I just listen to Married Life, which is the theme for Up. I just sit down and listen to Married Life. I love it. It sounds so good, and it's also super depressing, just because it always reminds me of the fucking scene.
That's something I would definitely do.
I
I
do it
listen
all
to
the
scenes from
time.
like shows or movies that's like sad because I like the sad music that they play in there sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Like, I listen to Les Festine sometimes, the song for Ratatouille.
Hmm.
Um, I definitely listen to a lot of songs from shows that are like remind me of sad scenes. I do that all the time, actually.
Right. Where do you
Um,
find most of your music?
Most of my music, it depends. A lot of time I just kind of stumble on it, like if I'm on YouTube or Spotify or something. Like I'm always looking at other people's playlists or going on to like random playlists that are made or the stuff that's
Right.
made for me or stuff. And then like sometimes if I'm watching a show, I look for songs that I like there or movies. I Shazam it sometimes if the song's good.
Right.
TikTok, obviously, something if it's a popular song and I like it, I'm like, oh, I like this. Maybe I'll listen to the whole thing. Um, yeah,
Yeah, me
uh,
too. I'm the same way.
yeah,
I
that's one of them
stumble
too.
across a lot of it.
I used to be different, where I used to want to like, I used to love music so much that, and I used to illegally download every little thing that came out. Like every album that came out, I would download like 18 albums a week and listen to every fucking album ever. So, thank God I don't do that anymore. A lot of it wasn't good, but I did it anyway, just so I
Do
could
you
say
have
I have an opinion on it.
what do you use? Do you use like Apple Music or Spotify or SoundCloud?
I now use YouTube Music. I now legally listen to my stuff. I don't have to legally do
Yes, I know
it
you listen.
anymore. Yeah, I use YouTube Music. I use YouTube Music because it's the only one where you can listen to fan remixes, like the slowed down songs and stuff. Like you can't find that on Apple Music or Spotify and stuff. So,
True, true.
and also I used to have Google Music for 3 months, so I was able to take all the songs that I had on Google Music that I had for free for that 3 months and all the playlists and stuff that I made and put it on YouTube Music. So it was basically like I wasn't switching. So that was fun.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
Exactly.
I use I use Apple Music, but I'm gonna start using Spotify because I heard like they make playlists based on the songs that you listen to and stuff, which I like better. I like the idea better. I just like using Apple Music because I have like an Apple phone, so it fits better. But I'm gonna start using Spotify.
Yeah, I really like Spotify. I know everyone's for the most part like Spotify. I stopped using it just because I was like, hey, um, I ended up doing the YouTube Music thing and I just ended up sticking with it. Um, but I really
Right.
like the custom stuff they do, like the at the end of the year your most played song playlist that they
Yeah, that
do,
too. That
which
stuff's
is
cool.
cool, and like your top 5 artists and stuff, and like all the stats and stuff. Like that's really cool. Like I know you can
Well,
find it in everything, but Spotify actually just gives it to you, so you don't have to go searching for 3 years.
right. So, well, speaking of like top five artists, who would probably be your top five artists like at this current moment out of everybody that you like listen to?
Top
They
five
can be from
artists.
any genre. Any
Any
genre.
genre? Are we talking like they've had to make music within the last like 2 years? Or are we talking music that I just listened to, period?
They've had to make music the past 2 years,
All right, all right, all right.
past 10 years,
All right, all right, all right, all right. Well, 10 years is a bit. We'll say the last 3 years, just so
five.
we're doing current.
Three.
Yeah, last 3 years, just so we're doing current artists. And then we can do another one where it's like just in general. But number
Okay,
5 would be SZA, because I've been listening to her like crazy lately, and she's really, really good.
great choice.
4 is probably gonna go, and I don't think he's the best rapper in the game because I think J. Cole's better. J. Cole won't be on this list. I haven't listened to him as much lately, but it's probably Kendrick. Just have been listening to a lot more Kendrick lately because I love the
Good.
Black Panther album, and I've been listening to Damn a lot more lately just because I never really liked it as much as I should have. It's
All
still
right.
not amazing, but it's good. Weekend, because I've always been a huge Weekend fan for like the last 6 years of my life, and I'm never gonna stop listening to his music. Fuck. Weekend, SZA, Kendrick. Um, oh yeah, Anderson .Paak. I'm gonna listen to a
Oh yeah,
lot of
he's
Anderson
good.
.Paak. He's so good.
He's good.
I hate myself because when he did the freshman freestyle, I was like, this guy's ass cheeks. I'm never listening to his music. It wasn't until like end of last year where I listened to a song by him because he did the soundtrack for Spies in Disguise, and me and my friends went to go see it, right? And there
Hmm.
was a song in there that we all loved, and I'm like, this is really good. So I searched it up. I'm like, this is by Anderson .Paak. And I'm like, Anderson .Paak. His voice is weird, but it's really unique. But it's really like soothing and smooth in a way. So I was like, I'm
His
gonna listen to
beats
more of his
too.
music. Yeah, his beats are incredible. Bubbling, incredible song. So I
Yeah,
started
he's
listening to more of his
amazing.
music, and then he came out with the Lockdown this year. So I started listening to his music again, and I love his music. It's so good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
He
definitely
is.
really good.
He is. He's really underrated. I can't believe I didn't appreciate him enough.
What was that? Free Nationals. Do you listen to that?
Free Nationals.
He's a part. I think he's like a part of it. But yeah, he works. I think he works with them. They're like a group, but I don't know if he's a part of it or what. But he works. They have like a similar sound, and he was featured on their album a lot. I think you like it because I'm listening. I'm hearing some of your like opinions. I think you would like them.
I'm gonna check it out right now. Um, in the last one, it'd probably be I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it would be Bryce.
Bryson Bryson Tiller or
No, not Bryson Tiller. I always get this guy's name wrong. I feel bad because he made such a good album this year. We talked about him last time. We were talking about music with Deja and Trenton. Um, is it
uh
Bryce or is it Bruce?
you
It's
talking about
Brent.
Brent?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah, of course.
love
Of
Brent.
course. I
I
love Brent too.
I hate that I can't. I always forget his name because I literally listen to at least 5 different songs by him every single day, and I'm constantly changing what I'm listening to.
All right.
You think I
Do
would
you have
know
a
his
favorite
name by
song from
now?
him?
Favorite song by him? Holy shit! It's
Yeah.
probably between um, Lovely and probably Clouded.
Okay.
Trust is really good too.
Trust is one of my favorites. That's
I
probably one of my
love
favorites.
Trust. Gang Overload's
Um,
really good.
do you listen to LA? I like LA.
LA. Holy
It's a
shit.
part of the same album of uh it's the yellow album. The yellow one is you'll see it if you look through it. But yeah, that's a um all his albums are pretty good, honestly. His
They
new one
are.
was good too.
I love his new one. I think it's one of the
Been
best of the
Away.
year.
Um what was the other song? Let me look at his I can't remember. I'm bad at remembering songs, but yeah, Been Away, Lost Kids
Oh, Been Away is so good.
Get Money. Yeah, that was a really good album.
I know it's such a good album. I
Uh
had to re-listen. I
oh,
re-listened
one of
to
my
it.
favorite songs from him.
What?
You did? Oh, now I'm saying Around Me is a really good one. You feel like in your feels. He's just a really good like in your feelings artist.
He really is because like that's what I was gonna say was like I had listened to a bit of the album and I liked it, but I didn't finish the whole album. So I was like, oh, he's a good single artist. I'm probably not gonna like his album. But then I re-listened to it because um after I broke up with my girlfriend or after she broke up with me or whatever, um, a few months
Yeah,
ago, I was like listening to music and I was like, all this shit's too happy for me. And then I think I put on Clouded because it was in my playlist, and then I was like, this shit's sad as fuck. I relate to this. And then I listened to the whole album and I'm like, this shit's crazy.
right.
And I just kept
Like
listening to it.
his music, like you're by yourself and you just spark a blunt. Like that's the type of music he makes. It's really good.
I know. It's so good. Like that album's so good. And then I listened to Sonic Sun, which is great. And then AM Paradox, which is great.
Yeah.
He's just really good.
Who's another? Do you like Party Next Door? How do you feel about him?
I'm very indifferent about Party Next Door just because like some of his music's really good, some of it isn't. I think he's one of those really overrated artists because I know that everyone's like, "Oh my God, Party Next Door
Yeah.
released an album. It's fucking incredible." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right."
He's repetitive. I like him a lot though.
He is.
His music sounds the same, but I like him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I liked
Like his whole album sound.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I was just saying his whole album just sounds the same. Like his whole new album.
yeah. I didn't like Party Mobile that much or Party Mobile. Like there was a couple I really liked. Like the song he did with Rihanna, I think he did. Yeah, Believe It. That was really good. This is like the only one there I actually listened to probably, and I think maybe Split Decision I listened to a lot too, or used to. And then I really liked, I think I really like Party Next Door 3, but I haven't listened to it in a while. Other than that, I don't really listen to a lot of what he releases. Like I know I didn't really like the first Party Next Door album, and I didn't really like Colors 2 or anything like that. So
His second Party Next Door 2 is my favorite probably out of all of them. But
I'll
yeah,
have to
he
listen
makes.
to it.
Oh, you don't? You got to. He's good. Uh, I like. Oh, what about Sir? Do you listen to him? Do you know who that is?
Who?
Sir.
Sir.
SIR. He's another one. He's good.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I don't listen to him. I gotta check him out then.
yeah, he's good. He makes his sound is similar. It's like Anderson Paak,
Ooh.
but a little more jazzy, but very R&B. Like he's really good.
Ooh. Have you listened to any Giveon? I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Can you spell it? 'Cause I don't know. Wait.
Giveon.
Oh, and I think I've seen it, but I've never like clicked on his name.
He makes like really like slowy, vibey R&B, like very similar to Brent in the terms of like stylistically, like that kind of
Okay.
vibe. He's pretty good. He's not like
We gotta
incredible.
make a list. I was like, I'll make you a list. And you make me a list of like people to listen to, because
Oh
I
yeah.
want to listen to some of these artists.
Oh, I'm down to do that for sure. I'm actually trying to work on a playlist of like different artists that I listen to.
Yeah,
But I get really bad at playlists. I start adding songs that shouldn't go in the playlist and
right.
ruin them.
Me too.
Oh man. Yeah, those would probably be my top five. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people that I'm like missing, like Don Toliver, but I haven't been listening to him as much lately, just because I have to give like the album a break, just because I don't want to overplay it to the point where I can't listen to it again.
That is a thing. That is definitely a
Exactly.
thing.
And then fuck man, I
Oh
listen to
fuck!
a lot of Kid Cudi and Jaden Smith a lot lately too. I probably should have put them on there because I've been listening to a lot of Jaden Smith. I listened to all of his albums because his new album came out.
I don't really listen to him. I gotta start. I know a lot of people say he's good. I never
He's
really like
so
cared.
good. I don't know why I used to hate him, but it's because I listened to a couple of his bad songs and I'm like, these aren't good. I'm never listening to Jaden Smith. And then I finally listened to his albums and I'm like, damn, these are good.
Who would you compare him to? So I can get
Compare
like
him
a,
to?
so I can get
Uh,
like a sense. Or is he uncomparable?
he's really unique in like the same way we're like, who are you gonna compare Tyler the Creator to? Who are you gonna compare ASAP
Oh,
Rocky
true.
to in terms of like, but like artistically, he has a couple songs that are similar stylistically to Tyler the Creator, I'd say, and like artsy in a similar way to Tyler the Creator. But sound wise, he can range anywhere from sounding, where like he has like a deep singy voice, where he kind of sounds like I don't know. It's hard, right? Because he can make trappy music like a Don Toliver kind, with like singing, but like he doesn't sound anything like Don Toliver, obviously. Or he can
All
make
right.
like really hard, like alternative rock slash hip hop songs. So he's one of those that are so all over the place that's really hard to compare him to anyone else because most people don't do that kind of shit.
It's just
um,
today a lot of artists are you can compare them. So it's good to see like find artists that are different.
Yeah, that's true. He's definitely. I would always put him in the tier of like not necessarily in terms of talent, but like I'd put him on that tier of like Kanye and Kid Cudi and Tyler the Creator in terms of like I can't compare any of those artists to anyone else. Like if you ask me who could I compare Kid Cudi to, Kid Cudi, that's it. Like there's no one else. And it's like Kanye, just Kanye. I can't really. Like, there's nobody that can do what Kanye does, and there's no one that can do what Tyler the Creator does. So it's really hard thing to compare.
Yeah. Do you listen to the internet?
To Oh, you mean like internet money?
Like Steve Lacy, internet, like the internet. Um, they made a song, "Girl."
Oh no, I've never heard. I've never listened to these people.
They're another band. They're good. They haven't put out an album in a while, but they're really good.
Yeah, I'm saving them right now just so I can listen to them after. I don't listen
Yeah.
to a lot of groups. I'm always hit or miss with groups like Brockhampton. Like they make really good stuff sometimes, and sometimes they make really bad stuff. So like, well, that's just
Right.
because Brockhampton has so many. Well, all the artists have completely unique styles, and they're always trying to mesh them together. So like, it can sound really good one second and really bad the next. So
Right.
that's really a Brockhampton thing. I don't know if you listen to any
Oh yeah,
Brockhampton.
Brockhampton. I listened to like one song. They were pretty good. My friends tried to put me on. Um, I don't know. They're like okay. So I have like let me see what song. I have Summer on there. I don't know if you are in Bleach. Those are my two Brockhampton songs that I have on my playlist. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you like them?
I like them. I just, well, I'm kind of like I said, like they're just really hit or miss to me. Some songs I like, some songs I don't.
All right.
I don't listen to them a lot. I don't think they're like really, really good like everyone else tends to like rave on about them. I'm one of those people who are like, yeah, they make good music, but they're not the greatest in the world.
All right.
Kind of like how I was with Mac, and
Mac Miller.
yeah, that's how I am with Mac Miller, and
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to listen to him like after he died. I was like, let me see what all the hype's about. I know it's horrible, but it's like
I
I was
know.
like, let me see what the hype's about.
Well, I tried to do it before. I tried to listen to him before he died a couple times, and I wasn't a big. I'm just not a big fan of any Mac Miller projects. Like there's songs he makes that are great, and then there's projects, and I can't listen to a whole Mac project. Like I didn't like Circles at all.
Yeah, I was tried. Like I tried to fake be a fan. Like I add one of the songs and then later I was like, this is trash. Why is it on my playlist? And I deleted it.
I know, I did
So,
that too. I had a playlist where I added like albums all the time just when I want to listen to albums, and then I'd have to remove like the whole album. So like, yeah, this is what I did.
literally, that's what I've been doing lately, like removing songs. Cause I have like a bunch of songs, so I just been removing songs that I either don't listen to a lot or are just not good. That I just added for no reason.
Yeah, I had to make a whole new playlist. I had like 500 songs in my other one, and I was like, I'm sick of
Dang.
listening to these trash songs that keep popping up. Why
Right,
do
because
I
I
add
shuffle my
it?
music a lot, so it's like
Yeah,
shit.
me too. Oh
But
man.
yeah,
And then I listened to the Black Panther album again, and oh my goodness, Bloody Waters is such a good song.
the
Absol,
only
Anderson Paak, James Blake, so good.
the only song I listened to was the one with Kendrick and SZA, like All the Stars.
Oh, that's such a good song. That's still
Yeah,
really
that's a
good.
good song.
It is.
That's
I
really good.
went to listen to it because I wanted to listen to that song with SZA in the weekend.
Hmm.
Um, something power, and then I thought it was on the Black Panther album, and it's not. It's on the fucking I think Game of Thrones final season soundtrack or something like that.
How random.
Yeah, it's random. So I forgot. I knew it came out for something. I just forgot what it came out for. And I was like, it must be the Black Panther album. Might have been a little racist on my part, but hey, it is what it
The Black Panther album. It's a good guess though.
is. I thought it was a pretty good guess. I just remember SZA doing a song with Kendrick, and I was like, hey, it must be on that one.
I think I was the same way. I was like, I think this is on the Black Panther album because I remember it came out. I was like, this sounds kind of Afro beat-ish.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And Travis Scott was on it too. I was like, this does not sound like a Game of Thrones song. It
Right.
sounds like a Black Panther song. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, of course.
I know. How said this.
I
And they
know
were just about to start a second movie too. That sucks.
it does suck.
Yeah.
Hey, but I mean, it's really tragic. But yeah, I can't really say anything else.
Right.
Man, I listened to this song by Ty Dolla $ign, Wavy, that I used to listen to all the time. I didn't. Oh yeah, actually, scratch that. We're gonna move on to something else. Have you listened to Popstar? What do you think of it? The Drake and Khaled song with
Um.
Bieber in the music video.
It sounds all the same to me. Like it's so saturated. It's just like, okay, I've heard this before somewhere. So next,
Really?
yeah,
I liked it. I was like, it's kind of a vibe. I don't listen to it a lot. I listen to it sometimes, like a couple times a day, but I don't listen to it as much as I thought I was going to when I put it in my playlist. But I
right.
liked it. I thought
I
the
don't
video was
know.
kind of funny.
When I think of, I don't know. I don't see Drake and Justin Bieber like on a track together. That just doesn't make sense to me.
I know, but technically Justin Bieber wasn't on the track.
Was he not? Was he in the video or just like on the track?
Yeah, it was just the video, right? Because it's called Popstar.
Okay, I listened to like the first couple minutes and then like usually that's what I do. I listen like to the first couple minutes and if I don't like it, then I'm like on to the next song.
Oh, well, yeah, if I don't like a song, I listen to like 20 seconds and I'm like, I'm out. I can't do
Right.
this. I can
Or
only tell
skip
if
in
I
the
really
middle.
like it. Yeah,
Yeah, I can tell. You just have that feeling.
exactly. Well, if I don't like the sound of it right off the bat, I'm like, it's not even worth it.
Right. And
Like,
then
I'm not
I
gonna.
have to hear how they sing or rap, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
next.
same. Sometimes vocals can change a track. I'm not one of those people. Like, I appreciate lyrics and I think it's important, but lyrics are never gonna make me want to listen to an entire song. Like, I
I
don't care
know
how
that
good they are.
sucks. I wish I was like that.
Yeah, I wish I could be like, oh man, lyrically it means so much, so I like the song. But if it doesn't sound good, what is the point?
Right, because it's music.
Exactly. Like I
Yeah.
think lyrics are really important. Like when it comes down to breaking down like who's the best of the best, I'm like, okay, well they sound incredible, and if two artists sound incredible, well who's better lyrically? But if they're both like, if one's really good, it sounds really good, and the other one sounds really bad, but they're really good lyrically, I'm never listening to that guy. It's
Yeah,
just not
like
gonna
I
happen.
take in the beats as a big factor before I like rate the artist. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. The beats, melody of like just like the way
But
they sing, the flows. I really love flows, so flows really important to me.
But that can be said for like, for example, like SZA. Like she's an artist. Like sometimes her beats are not the best, but she can really make a song good. Like how she
Well,
sings.
yeah, her voice is incredible, right?
Yeah. So
So
I
like,
feel like it depends on which artist, because there's like I don't know. There's a bunch of rappers like their voice makes it sound good. Like the flow just makes the song better than it is.
yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, I think with R&B artists especially, because
Mm-hmm.
normally with R&B, I find that a lot of the instrumentals are very similar, very like slow, lovey, romantic uh, instrumentals that are like very similar. Um, and then when you go to the lyrics, same thing. Like most
Right.
R&B is either like about sex or love or relationships. So it really comes down to
Right.
the voice that separates for R&B for me. So like that's why I like listening to SZA and The Weeknd. Well, SZA's different. SZA's like lyrically, she's incredible as well. So
Yeah.
uh, The Weeknd isn't horrible lyrically. I know a lot, but he's like really repetitive in terms of like the things he likes to talk about. So, but yeah, the
His
voice is
beats
what
are
really.
his beats are interesting. They're
Well, yeah,
different though.
he does a lot of hip hop too. So like
Yeah.
his instrumentals are normally on point. Like Starboy is basically a hip hop album for the
You're right.
most part, and then Beat Behind the Madness is basically a pop album. So he doesn't really do just R&B anymore.
Like I loved Heartless. Like I wasn't the beat just made me love the song.
Heartless is
That
so
was
good.
how that was just how it was.
See, Heartless is one
Cause
of those
some
songs I like the lyrics just because it reminded me so much of Trilogy. So I was like,
I feel like his the beat and his lyrics went hand in hand. They went perfectly together. That's why I liked
they
it so
did,
much.
they
Cause I was
did.
like the way he like would come in at certain times and then hold back at certain times is just good.
I know. I'm
So
part
it
of this.
depends.
Yeah, I agree. I'm part of the minority that liked Heartless more than Blinding Lights, but I still like Blinding
Me
Lights.
too. Definitely. Heartless is better.
Yeah, Heartless is just really good. I remember like listening to both of them, and at first I didn't like Blinding Lights. I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to Heartless, and eventually I was like, oh, I like Blinding Lights, pretty good too.
Right.
Mm, Man, who? Yeah, Big Sean, his new album was pretty good.
It
My only,
was.
yeah,
What are you saying?
I was just gonna say my only thing with Big Sean is, um, he, I don't know, he's just well, you listen. First of all, my biggest issue with the album was that he threw a cipher right in the middle of it, which didn't make any sense. Well, actually, not in the middle. It was right at the end, but still, it was just like, why is there a cipher on an album? It doesn't make any sense.
Right. Weird.
I was like, I mean, I get that, like like the whole idea of Detroit rap is like really inclusive, and everyone puts each other on, and everyone includes each other. So I understand why he did this big Detroit cipher, but I was like, man, take the same route that Eminem did with the last Detroit versus Everybody cipher. He put that on a compilation album because it wasn't a real album. You're trying to tell a
Right.
fucking story and you throw a cipher in the middle of it. It doesn't even make sense.
If I wouldn't listen to you in the car, then I wouldn't listen to you at all. That's how I am. So, and his music's like I don't know. He's like one of those artists. Like he's good lyrically, but his beats are like okay. They're like not that good.
I feel you. Oh, I'm like different though. Like there's certain songs I love listening to in the car just because if we're just driving, with a bunch of friends, just having fun, like I'll listen to certain songs. And then when I'm at home, I definitely look for songs that are more matching of my mood at the time
Right.
and like projects that I'm like, okay, I actually want to pay attention to and stuff. So like my vibe is different, so the music I listen to is different. So it all
Let me ask you
depends.
this. Let me ask you this. What's the one song that you like? You're in the car with your friends, and you like want to impress them with your music taste. So like, what's the first song you think of to play?
And okay, to impress with my music taste, the first song I'm gonna play. Fuck. If I really want to be like, if I'm with my friends that appreciate music and actually like fucking like they pay attention to everything, the way it's written, the way it's broke down, like the sound of it all. I'm
Hmm.
probably playing something like fuck. I'm gonna go through my playlist real quick because I'm trying to think. Um, what is that song that I was with? Probably either it's a Kid Cudi song, and I really like it. It was on Passion, blah blah and blah blah, and Demon Slaying. Um, Passion, Pain, and Demons. Like, I'm probably playing By Design.
Probably by who?
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like,
I'll listen to it. Oh, you got it.
yeah, it's just one of those really weird, singy, big instrumental. I love it though. I'm probably playing that just to be like, hey man, I'm cool, unique, listen to cool music that you're not gonna hear on the radio.
I feel like the first song you play counts as a movie. So if you play like something like loud, then yeah. If you play something like slow, then they're gonna be chill. So it just depends on how you on that first song.
That's facts. Normally, the first song I always play in the car though is "Sick" by Britney Spears. It's always like the first song that I play when we're all together. I made a playlist called Car because I had to get songs that everyone that we hang out with all like, and Toxic is the very first song on that playlist. It's that or Lucid Dreams. Always one of
Tell me
those
why.
two.
Tell me why I was listening like a couple weeks ago. I was listening to "Slave for You." So I like Britney Spears too. I was like, dang, this is actually good. I see why it was popular back then.
That's what I'm saying. Britney Spears is underrated. She actually makes some really good fucking music.
She does. She has some good music. That's funny.
She really fucking does. I remember, oh man, my friend just bought a new car and there was like a bunch of random CDs in it, right? And it was like a bunch of random old '90s music. And then this one playlist, fucking one of these albums starts off with fucking Miss Jackson. And we're like, Jesus Christ, that came out of nowhere. That's incredible. And then all of a sudden we had like Oops, I Did It Again and fucking Bye Bye Bye. And it was like the craziest thing I ever listened to in my life. It was just so random. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's funny when I find those songs like yeah, Toxic, Give Me More, and Slay for You. Those are like
Yeah, those are really
A1.
good. For real though. They are
A1.
A1. They are A1. Oh man, I've been listening to more Outkast lately and they're so good. Oh my god, they're so good.
Tried. I don't know. Like I
What?
really went down their list. I was like, let me see which. Oh my bad. Sorry. My bad. But yeah, I looked through their like list. I was trying to see which one I liked, and I didn't like any of them. I was like, dang, this sucks. I heard they're such a good group. And I only like Sorry Miss Jackson. That's like the only song I liked. I was like, damn, that's disappointing.
Miss Jackson's so good. You don't like Hey Ya? That song is so good. Oh my
No, it's too poppy
god.
for them. I feel like they do better with R&B.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn. See, I love Hey Ya, I love Miss Jackson, and I love Roses, or as other people know it as a Caroline. So good.
I'll try. I'll give them another chance. But what I was listening to, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh man, I kind of get where you're coming from because when I listened to like a project by them, I didn't like it as much when I first listened to it. The more I listen to it, I like it more though. I mean, I mean, I really like Andre 3000's one solo song that came out like what was it, 2 years ago or something. Me and my mom. No, that's Childish
I
Gambino.
forgot he went solo.
Well,
Um,
technically, he didn't really go solo. He just Outkast just stopped making music and he made one song. That was it. Um,
how long ago was it?
it was a couple years ago. It was a really hard song to find, right? Because he had never marketed it or anything. No one knew it was coming out. It was Me and My to Bury Your Parents. Incredible song. It was for Mother's Day. He released two songs, one EP. It was very
Like,
good
let
in
me
my
see his.
opinion.
Let me see. Check his catalog.
Like it's really good. I remember really liking it. I know a lot of people haven't heard it because, like I said, like it's kind of scrubbed from the internet. Like he was a really, really low key release. Like no one knew it was coming out, and most people didn't even know it came out. So
He only does like features.
yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
like apparently his big thing is that he doesn't want to make solo music for the most part. But he released that for his parents, right? Because it was Mother's Day, and I think his mother passed away or something. I
He
think
popped
both
up
his
on my
parents
Twitter.
passed
He looked homeless. Like you see that video or no? It was
away.
like
No.
it was funny. He just walking up. Somebody said hi to him. It was funny.
Coming at my dude, Andre 3000. That's tough. Oh man. But yeah, what would you say are the top 10 rappers in the game right now? Because I always hear like different varying opinions lately.
At this moment, right now,
Yeah.
I don't agree with some of these, but I feel like they're like mainstream and like people like them. I'll say in no particular order. I'll say the baby, uh, Gunna, and then I'll say who else? Nobody's really putting out music. Let me see. Everybody's really trash lately. No, it's really serious. Like nobody's really putting out
Well, I
music. I
mean,
don't know
like,
why they're
top
not
10
taking
in the
out the.
last couple of years.
Oh, in the last couple of years, okay. Kendrick, J. Cole, the baby, Roddy Ricch, uh, who else would I say? Young Thug, NBA Young Boy. I know that's probably not. That's just my opinion because I've seen it a lot. I've seen a lot of people listen to them, and then I'll say Drake, and then I would say, nah, he's not. I was gonna say Meek Mill, but I was like, nah, he's not. A lot of people don't listen to him anymore. Uh, who else? Those are the only ones that really come to mind, like as in the past 3 years. I'm be honest.
Damn.
Am I missing? Who do you think I'm missing? Because I really don't think anybody else really has made an impact in the past 3 years.
I mean, I didn't hear any Pusha T.
He hasn't made an impact to me. I don't feel like
Joey
he's
Badass. He got nominated for
no.
Grammy last year. I didn't hear
But
Kanye
let's.
West.
Kanye hasn't made a really good song in like.
What?
His last good song was probably what's the song? Bound to or
No way.
or maybe the one
That.
or maybe the one with on his gospel album. He had one good song in his gospel album. I was like, hey, this is kind
One
of
good
good.
song. That album was good.
It's the only song I have added from his gospel album is every album. I was like, hey, this is kind of good. I could play this on
That's crazy. You
Sundays.
don't listen to Close on Sunday?
No, I'm not a Kanye fan.
Bro.
I've never really been a Kanye fan.
That's crazy.
Honestly.
You didn't say Big Sean either, ASAP
No.
Rocky.
Nope.
Damn,
None of them have made. I don't feel like any of them have made a big impact. Where, I mean, they've all made their impact, but I don't feel like they're like all those people I've named so far, like Gunna, Young Thug, Drake. Like those are people that automatically, like most people would know, or automatically would know, and like can name like probably 3 songs from them. But like
I cannot name
Pusha
3
T.
songs.
But that's different. But okay, but like Pusha T, I can't name 3 songs from him. Like who?
What?
Like the only song I've really listened to Pusha T was like when he was dissing Kendrick Lamar or something, or he got dissed. Either or, I don't know which it was. It was a
Drake?
song. It was like with Jay Electronica or something, or I don't know what it was.
Control?
But yeah, that was like the last song I listened to him from.
That's like 2011.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't listen to Pusha T, so it's like he's
just
trash.
got nominated for a Grammy last year.
Oh my god, he got body. I don't even like Drake, but he got bodied by Drake. Like
No,
with
he
all people.
Did you just say that?
I mean, he brought up his son. Okay, that's it. What's next?
Drake brought up Pusha
Pusha
brought
brought
up
up Drake's son.
Exactly, bro. That was crazy.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, because nobody thought he had a son.
Exactly. It was
but still,
craziest.
other than that, nobody knows him. Like honestly, that's the only thing he's really done that's been.
Good, man. Like people always forget the reason he brought up his son was because he basically just read Drake's whole life because he compared the fact that Drake would always talk about his dad being a deadbeat dad and then compared it to Drake becoming a deadbeat dad by ignoring his son and not telling anyone about him and not taking care of him.
Right, and Drake is a deadbeat for that.
Exactly.
I feel like if somebody had not said nothing, he would probably not be taking care of the kid. But that's not for me to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we can't say too much about it. Like, hey, man, I'm just saying, like, the actual message of the song was so good. And then I know a lot of people got upset about the whole 40 OVO 40 hunched over like he's 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got left? That man is 666. I liked it because I was like, Jesus Christ, that was crazy. Other people didn't like it. So I thought it was too far, I guess. But Drake couldn't even
Yeah.
respond to him. That's how fucked up Drake got after that shit.
Oh, I forgot. Like, I'm forgetting. Like, there's a whole bunch of female rappers too. But yeah, if I had to add on to that list, I'd say Megan Thee Stallion, and then Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. But other than that, those are the
What?
only. Yeah, I would say that all of those artists I've named have made like an impact within the past 3 to 4 years.
There's no way you just put Cardi B over ASAP and Big Sean and
Yeah, I would say that. Give me an artist that's better in the past 3 years. In the past 3 years.
better in the
Emphasis
past
on
3 years.
Emphasis on
Big
the past
Sean.
3 years.
I would say
That has
Anderson
gone
.Paak is
mainstream.
better than Cardi B.
I agree, but I feel like she's more popular. Like we're talking about popularity in the past
Wait, we're
three
talking about
years.
popularity? No, I was saying your personal top 10.
Oh, my personal top 10.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
If we're
okay.
talking popularity, that's obviously a whole different list. Like,
Okay. Then yeah, Kendrick, Gunna, Young Thug, Future. I don't really like J. Cole as one of my favorites, but yeah, I'm not going to even include him. And then I would say Travis is probably one of mine. And who else? I like Young Nudie. I don't know if you know who he is, but I like him.
I've heard of him. I know I searched him up because a streamer was talking about it, but I never.
Yeah, he's good. And I like Money Bag Yo. I'm watching it. Yes, I am. But yeah, Money Bag Yo. I don't know. Do you listen to him?
I listen to a couple of his stuff. Like, I'm sure, like,
Yeah.
whenever like it gets popular, I hear it all the time. Probably. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's good. So that's just my personal. But yeah, out of popularity, I feel like Cardi B is more popular than Big Sean, which is unfortunate
Well,
because I feel
yeah.
like she's more popular than Pusha T.
Oh yeah. I could name 50 people more popular than Pusha T. Every single person in my
I'm watching it.
playlist.
Oh, what are you saying?
I was saying I could probably name every single person in my playlist, and they're probably more popular than Pusha T.
Right.
But he got the motherfucking.
I give him props for being like one of the best recent feuds because it's probably one of the only feuds that's been happening in hip hop.
True. It's going on for so long, man. It's kind of crazy, but Daytona goes so hard, man. I can't believe you don't like that album.
I'll give it another try, but as of now, no.
It's
I'm
one of
being
the few
honest.
Grammy-nominated albums that are actually good. The Grammys really be nominating shit all the time.
Oh, what was that other song that I listened to? Move That Dope. That's like
That's really good.
probably one of the last Pusha T songs I've listened to.
I really like that song. I really like
Whipping the like this song.
Drug Dealer Anonymous. It's really good.
I haven't
I think
listened to
that's
that
the
one.
whole
I
album,
need
actually. Maybe I'm stupid.
I'm
Either way,
good.
there's good songs. No Mercy's great. I know he's on that.
Oh yeah, Never Mercy. Everybody knows that one, so I give him props for that.
Exactly. He's actually really
But
good. Like he's featured on a lot of really good songs actually, with Kanye and stuff.
are they like best friends or something?
Yeah, they're really close. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, somebody that I've been getting back into. Do you listen to Amy Winehouse?
I know who you're talking about. Not a lot.
Very good artist. Very underrated. No, she's not underrated, but she's really good. I'll say that.
Amy Winehouse. Oh
She
yeah, she's like
died.
the really, really old artist, right?
She's not old.
No,
She died
not like age, but like she like made music a while ago.
like 2006. Yeah, that's old. That's old.
Yeah, I didn't mean like she's 89 years old.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? She's not no old. But yeah, you're right. She's made
Yeah, I know
music like
Rehab's
all.
really good.
Yeah, Rehab's good. Um,
Yeah, I know
her
who you're
whole
talking
well,
about.
was it Back to Black? That album's good.
I'll check it out then. I gotta listen to more classic albums, more albums that people consider classic. They're like older albums. Once
Yeah,
there's
me
some
too.
recent ones, and they're like, I don't know. This year hasn't had any like great albums, and everyone's like, After Hours is fantastic, and I'm always like, yeah, it's
Well,
good.
what's the last classic album for you? Like classic.
Last
That'll go down
classic.
in history. I know my answer is, but I'll see what you say.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at my music tier list right now, just because I just actually put it on there. It's either Igor or Daytona.
Okay.
Probably Igor, because I just listened to it recently and it's so good.
Igor's good though.
Igor's so good.
I like Tyler. I have Earthquake. Oh, that's the only song I have. Oops. That's the only song I have from
Okay, well, it's also
Igor.
his best song though, so it's so good.
Yeah, that's
Such a good song. I love it.
What was the other album you said?
Daytona, which is the Pusha T album, but that's one of those ones where it's a personal classic.
Yeah, I was
of
gonna say
mine.
that's a yeah.
I'd say Igor is gonna go down as a classic though, like in general.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. What about you?
Uh, I was gonna. I'm gonna say. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say SZA Control. That was probably the last classic album that we've had.
Dude, it's definitely a
Like
classic album. That's for sure.
that's probably the last album that was like every song almost I liked.
Yeah, that is really good. It's
Oh, I have
just
Black Youngster in my playlist.
Black Youngster.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. See, Control
Blueface.
would be, to me, is a lot better than Igor.
Yeah,
I think
I
they'd
agree.
both be classics, is the thing.
But you feel like Igor's been the most recent.
Yeah, the most
It's more
recent,
recent.
for sure. Yeah, well, it came out last year, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of any other albums that came out recently, like, because before Control, it would have been Solange's or album or Solange. Her album
Yeah,
would be a
that's a good one.
classic. And then
Wait,
before
did you listen to
that,
her new one? Not She at the Table, but the other one.
no, I haven't listened to any other than that one, right? Because it was the first time I
Oh,
listened to her.
I like that one better, actually.
Really?
Her newer one. Yeah, it's better than me.
I'll check it
I like
out
She at the
then.
Table. It's better.
I'll probably listen to all her albums one day, or I'll just listen to all of them in comparison, right? Because then, like, see, then before that, we had the A$AP Rocky second album, which I think is a classic. And we had Anti, or by Rihanna, which is a classic. Awaken My Love, Blonde.
Blonde's a good one. I like
Yeah,
Blonde.
Blonde. Harry Styles' debut album, Ye by Kanye. Kendrick's obviously like Pimp Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly is one of my favorite Kendrick. It's probably my favorite Kendrick album.
It's my favorite Kendrick. It's one of my favorite albums.
No, actually,
period.
I lied. My favorite album from Kendrick would have to be what's the name of it?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid.
Damn.
Yeah, Good Kid. Good Kid is my favorite Kendrick album, but To Pimp a Butterfly would be definitely second.
Yeah, I
Definitely
love Good
second.
Kid, Mad City. It's really good. I always prefer Pimp Butterfly over it, but I still like Good Kid, Mad City is a classic too. That's why I think both of them be classics. Her's album is incredible.
Her.
Yeah.
I try to get in there. I don't like her. I like SZA too much. I don't like her that much.
I like both, you know. Sure.
I like LMA. Do you know her?
LMA?
Yeah, she's the one that made the song "Boot Up." It was like really popular.
Yeah, I'll probably recognize the song, just not her name. I really like 21 by Adele.
She has
And
a couple good
25.
songs on there. I didn't listen to 25, but I listened to 21.
And then
Tell me.
oh yeah, what'd you say? You just cut out for a second.
I said, tell me why I'm more invested in Love Island than Big Brother like right now. I'm watching Love Island because I actually really like it.
Yeah, I asked BB Survivor fan if he still wanted to do a podcast, right? And then He was like, yeah, definitely not Big Brother. He do one on the challenge. And then he went on about how Love Island's a lot better than Big Brother this year. And I was like, I need to watch it.
It really is. It's so much better. I'm so sad because it was better last year than compared to 21, and it's better this year compared to All Stars.
And I've heard nothing but good things about Love Island. I just haven't gotten around to watching it because I'm not a big one. Like, reality shows I only really like if
What'd you say? You kind of went out.
okay, so like I'm not a really big fan of reality shows that don't have like I'm really only into like
Competitions.
like the competition. Like I'm not into the competition aspect, the strategy aspect, like the gameplay aspect, like challenge and
Okay, I see. You like mental stuff.
yeah, because I'm not a big reality
Like a
TV
lot.
fan. People assumed I was just because I really like Big Brother, but no. Like outside of Survivor, Big Brother, and Challenge, I don't really watch any other ones. Other than like the obvious ones like Jersey Shore and shit.
Right. I don't know. I like any reality, honestly, because it's just funny. I like funny stuff. Yeah, I feel like that's where I get most of the most funny content, like reality TV.
Yeah, reality TV can be really funny. Some of it's just really scripted, and it's like literally the opposite of what reality TV should be. So I'm like,
Do you watch 90 Day Fiance?
No. I
Oh,
did
it's
watch
such a good show.
the funny one with the guy that was like, fuck. Is that 90 Day Fiance? I don't know. Sometimes I watch them, like if YouTubers react to them, I watch like episodes.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah, I gotta check out Love Island like ASAP. I also gotta watch that other one on Netflix. Is it like Circle or something? Something like that.
I need to get into it because I heard a lot of people like it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I've heard like everyone likes it, so I have to check it out at some point.
All right. This is.
Hey man, at this point anything's better than Big Brother. I think they may have just had I think they're having their worst season ever.
They are freaking out. They know that they screwed. They have to do a whole revamp because they know, like, if you couldn't save the show with All Stars, then what can you save the show with? So it's like they know they're going downhill.
I know it's so bad. Like first of all, the fact that they could barely scrape together an all-star cast is telling because nobody wants to play that shit again. Like nobody wanted to play the game again. Danielle ultimately said no. Reyes would have made this a lot better. She said yes, but everyone said no.
But I will give them this. I feel like next season will be good because they have no choice. I feel like it has to be good, so they will make it good. I'm going to go on the hunch, but I hope it is. If not, I might be done with the show. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'm halfway done with this whole show. I'm like, why do I still watch this? Like, I don't know. Like, as a black person, I don't even know if I want to even apply for it anymore. I'm like, okay, well, my odds are fucked.
I know. Luckily, Big Brother Canada's a lot more inclusive, so.
Right. You have Arissa Cox, and we have Alison Grogner.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you tell me which one you like
from
more.
Her penthouse just to go tell Tyler he's not allowed to self-evict.
Right. She said, let me get off vacation so I can go save Tyler. Like, what type of shit is that?
That's actually crazy to me because, like, what?
I believe it, too. Like, she would do some crazy shit like that.
I believe it, too, man.
She ultimately I think she really ultimately ruined the show. Because the original guy, I forgot his name, Shapiro or whatever.
I don't know when she took over, though. When was it, like season 11 or something? Because there were still a couple seasons that were good after that.
Okay, so the guy, Al Shapiro, he left in season after All Stars. So I feel like
season 8 was
we still had good seasons.
Like 8, 10,
but I
11,
feel like
12.
she started picking up around like probably like 12, 11-ish too.
Yeah,
I think
that's
when she started
around. Yeah, I'd say probably 11, just because I think the reason why we didn't get anyone before 11 is just because they weren't Allison's people.
I feel like where we started seeing the major differences was probably like season 13 or in 12.
Well, the main differences was season 16, but that was because the whole game shifted the way people played.
She started adding more twists and shit and fucked the game up. So it was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, BB16 is so fucked because it fucked up everything. And it's because it came after the most controversial season, arguably the most hated season of the show's run, because BB15. And then it's arguably the most popular season that they've ever had because they had Frankie and Ariana like promoting it.
Right. That was the only reason it was popular. What did you say?
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So like BB16, it was like it came after the least popular show, like least popular season on the show. The most hated season of the show. They're like they're going crazy at this point. Everyone that's going to be
Right.
on season 16 knows that if you like whatever they do and say is going to stick with them forever and it's going to affect their real lives. So first things first, all these new people come onto the show and they're all like super safe, trying to play it safe, trying to play for the cameras, trying to play for the fans. It was like Derek's whole
Right.
game basically. Zach's whole thing was trying to play so he'd get invited back for All Stars, just not to get invited back for All Stars anyway.
Right. What the fuck? Like.
And then the gameplay of it all was like everyone was so scared of doing anything that would fuck up their life that they kind of just did whatever Derek wanted them to do. So it was the
Right.
most boring season ever, but it was their most viewed season ever, and there was no controversy, right?
And they think that because it's the most viewed season ever, that's why they think that that's the formula for the game. I don't know why. They don't get out that
Exactly.
mindset.
There was no controversy. Everyone agreed that the winner was deserving and that it was the most viewed season. But even the new fans that watched only because of Ariana hated it.
Right.
So
Well,
they don't realize people hate that season.
When that's your first season, you're like, oh, I like this show because it's so good. But you actually will watch the older seasons, like, this is shit. Like, compared to, obviously compared to the older seasons. And, like, 15 and 16, those were the two, like, detrimental seasons that fucked up the whole game. Because, like, after 15, they tried to make it more PG. They made it more, like, kid-friendly. So it was just, we were fucked from there. But I blame Aaron Grimes and Amanda and all them. So.
Oh, yeah, they ruined it. Well, it got so the racism of B15 was so bad that they spent the entire season trying to edit it out to the point where the audience had to force them to put that compilation of Aaron's comments in the show. Then they tried to edit out everything Amanda said, but she brought it to the point where she was saying it in the veto competition where they couldn't edit around it.
Yeah.
That is how bad that it got. So the thing is, nobody wants to be BB15.
And the thing is, I honestly would have loved Amanda if I didn't figure out about her racist stuff. So, like, that editing is really such, like, a thing that they need to fix. Like, they need to show everything. They're so bad at that. Because I had no idea.
I feel like season 15 is what made CBS want to, like change the whole editing style of the show. Like, it changed everything.
Sucks. It
like,
really
they
does.
focused on storylines and romance and everything else like that.
They need to revamp the whole show. It was unpredictable. Like, for example, I thought Nick was going to win the whole thing. But, like, I love the unpredictability of it, like, the older seasons. Now they usually, like, focus on one person, and you already know who's going to get either far or going to control the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, everyone predicted after the first week Tyler was going to control the whole thing because of how obvious it was.
Right. Same thing with Paul.
Yeah,
they start giving him, after, like, week 4, I was like, oh, yeah, he's definitely going to control this whole game. And then 19 was
even Derek was 16.
Yeah, Derek was so that was the most obvious one, I feel like.
It was. There was, like, I think week 3 when everyone on Twitter was like, yeah, Derek's probably winning, and then he obviously won.
So I'm over the show. They gotta do a lot different.
It's even like I thought it was gonna start getting better because 17 and 18 weren't completely horrible. Like, they weren't great,
right?
But they weren't horrible. But then we got fucking 19. 20 was like hit or miss, and then we got 21.
Like, they made us go back down to where we were originally.
I know, because we had 15 and 16, 2 back-to-back horrible seasons. One just because of, like, what it stands for, like what BB15 stands for. Just horrible. Arguably, like,
it's actually a good season too, though. But
it would be a good season if it didn't stand for the fact that somebody very obviously and almost proud of their racism getting second place on the season is like, it just stands
vile.
Yeah, she's horrible. She said the fucking N-word on the show like multiple times. It just stands for like such like low integrity of the show's like core values for not doing anything about it. So then you go to season The next season is just horrible because it's boring. Gameplay sucks because the only person that played the game was Derek.
Right.
17 and 18 are both mediocre. And then we get
Yeah,
arguably the
mediocre.
worst season ever in terms of horrible gameplay and just vile people, like personality-wise, in 19, where it's just like you cannot root for anyone that isn't Dominique at that point. And the entertainment just isn't there because it's just like, oh, it's just a bunch of people attacking one person. That's not really that fun to watch.
It's literally just two things that they need to do. They need to cast better and stop putting dumb twists in there. That's all they have to do, and the show will be good. And like, let people play. Just let them play. Like, we don't need power apps or shit.
Yeah, I
If you
know.
actually pick good people, we wouldn't need them.
I know.
And I don't know. I'm sick of seeing just two black people every season. I don't know about you, but I'm like sick of seeing it.
Yeah, I know. This season's just like, it's just so bad. And this
Yeah.
season's so much worse. And we had, going in, it looked like it was like a really diverse cast and it was going to be different, and it's just not different. It's the same old
Yeah.
show. The only difference was that instead of the POCs getting targeted right away, it was the old people first, then the POCs, instead of the other way around, which is normally the POCs,
Right.
then the old people. But for some reason, people think this was different because the POCs didn't get targeted week 1 to 3. But no, the old people did, though. Like, the old players still did it. Is Keisha, Janelle, and Case are already out of the game. So
Right.
the only other old head
And
there is
not a
the
single
82-year-old Memphis.
white male has been nominated. So it's just like, what the actual F?
Yeah. And then you take into the fact that this is week 5, right? Baylor Davon's going home. That's 4 out of 5 female evictees in the first 5 weeks of the game. Not
Nobody
looking
likes
good.
this.
Yeah,
And
then
they
we
could
also,
have made the season a little more interesting if they just let Tyler quit. Maybe it would have been a little more interesting, but they're like, yeah, Allison had to fuck that up.
Yeah, and then you go into the fact that, first of all, this season just ass in so many ways. But, like, also the fact that they finally made an all-girls alliance at what they should have done at the beginning of the game, and then Danny ratted it out like 2 minutes later to Cody.
Right.
Oh, I think I'm being
Guess who's the
back
only
to
one that
work,
didn't
so.
write it out?
I know.
The only one that didn't write it out was Nicole, of all people. I'm like, what the fuck?
No. Danny innocently ratted out to Cody because she was so sketched out because Tyler was apparently in the HOA. And we'll never know what Tyler and Christmas really talked about because we weren't allowed to see that conversation.
Oh my God. They kept blocking the feed. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, that whole day they kept blocking the feeds. The moment someone would even mention Tyler's name, feed got blocked.
It's just wall yellers, they blocking. You talk about production, they're blocking.
I don't
Talk about
understand why they
something.
block feeds after the wall yeller. Like, we know what the wall yeller's going to say. Who cares? You're not
Right.
stopping anything. You want them to
I
not
guess
hear
because
it.
they go overhead and they start talking to them. That's the only reason, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, we've heard them talk overhead all the time. Like, they're always talking overhead. Like, what is it? Like, all they say is, like, lockdown, you have to stay in the house. It's like, okay, we can hear that. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like you're going to be, like,
Right.
unless you're sitting down saying, all right, guys, so here's the script for the day. Like,
They just start doing tennis balls.
Oh,
like
with a
putting tennis balls with notes on them and just throwing them in the yard. Now that I'd pay somebody to do. That'd be funny.
That would be funny. I don't think it's even possible to do at CBS because I think it's like a crazy like different. It's completely different. Like the lot is comparison to UK. But,
oh yeah, they need what is it? They said shirt guns.
Yeah. Well, at this point, even the wall yelling stuff's a lost cause because no one cares.
Twitter was crazy today. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but they were going ham. I was like, what the? Dude. Haley, oh my God, she just made me dislike her. I was like, this is one of my favorite players.
Haley just destroyed her whole reputation.
And everybody was cheering on the girl that was cussing.
Tyler was trending with 92,000 tweets. Yeah, 92,000 tweets. This guy said he hates Twitter. He's gonna hate it a lot more.
Yeah, this show's done.
Yeah, it's just not looking good, man, for him. And then Haley. What if Haley got mad about someone saying like being vegan means you lose brain cells? It's like, listen, man. All right, who cares?
Of all things to defend, you're focused on veganism. Okay, Haley. And not even that. What else was going on? It was just too much going on. I honestly, if Tyler had just told Day and Babe before the veto meeting, I wouldn't have a problem. But he didn't even tell them, so it was like that definitely doesn't seem genuine. When you don't tell them and
Dude,
warn them that she's not
I
going to use
know.
it,
The whole thing
just
was
tell
so
them.
sketchy, dude. First of all, it's just like, listen, for like the conversation he should have had was just, listen, Day and Bay, there's a good chance I'm gonna try to throw myself on the block and get evicted. You guys are gonna stay. That's it. I just don't want to be here. Cool. And then if he changes his
Right.
mind, that's cool. But he goes up to them and they're like, "You're a single mother, great competitor. You guys stand for so much more than I do, and I want to represent that, and I want to help, and I want to support that, and I don't want to be here, and you guys do." And then he gives this like giant fucking melodramatic speech about like doing good, basically for the fucking world, like
Exactly. Chris,
just
Christmas
to not do it.
Christmas literally has a conversation with him, and he tells her that he can't say that he wants to put himself up, blah blah blah, and she says she doesn't want to put him up. So they both come to the conclusion that he's not going up. And then 5 minutes later, he has a conversation with Bailey, and she's telling him what she's gonna say at the veto meeting, and he's basically just shaking his head and saying, "Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect."
I know. He
So
had
it's
the
just
conversation
like,
with Bailey where he's like, "Oh, I can't technically say I want to get evicted, but if I go up, yada yada, we'll see who goes home." And then he's like, what else did he say? And he was like helping her like actually
come
like
up with
make the
ideas.
speech. Yeah, he like,
Yeah, I'm like,
you don't
what
have to
is
say my
going
name if you don't
on?
want to, but you can, and yada yada yada. And then like instantly after the speech, they're like making fun of it, and it's like, bro. And then he's going
Yeah,
about how
that's
they,
what
no
made
one can
me.
trust them. It's like, nigga, you just went. You are so phony.
Yes, I don't know how he's. People are really still defending him, and it's like crazy. I'm like, are you mental?
Everyone's
It's
like, "Oh my
sad to
gosh, he was
see.
so genuine. You could just tell he was genuine." It's like maybe there was some genuine, and it's something genuine in the fact that he didn't want to play anymore. But there was nothing
Right?
genuine about what he said to Bailey and Davon. Nothing.
Really? If he was I honestly, if he had to just told him before, I would have thought he was genuine. But he didn't say anything. So yeah, that told me he wasn't
Exactly.
genuine.
If he was genuine, he wouldn't have went and then gone back to ruining their games. That's what he
Right?
did. He
And
went
then
back to doing the same thing he just apologized for. It's obviously
yeah,
not genuine.
I don't know how you can even defend that, but yeah, people really defending it.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Tyler was clearly being genuine." Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, Tyler gave a genuine apology for ruining their games, and then he went and did the exact same thing he just said he wouldn't do. So it's like totally genuine. It's
They
like,
have
what are we,
petitions to
5 years old? Like,
right.
yeah, like, we can tell when someone's not genuine by their actions, and he very clearly proved he wasn't genuine at all.
I feel like I'm a good like judge of like who to like and like because I usually like the good people and it's just like I never liked Tyler from the beginning. I can tell like genuineness and ungenuine. I just never thought he was genuine, even from like 20. He's just never been genuine.
Yeah, Tyler was always in the middle of like I was always like hit or miss with Tyler, so I was always like I like his gameplay, but I'm like I don't know, but his personality's kind of bland and he's kind of like rude sometimes for some reason. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not really a huge fan of him. But this season, I was liking him. But dude, he's just different, man. It was just so
Are you done with the
pointlessly
show?
cruel. The show, uh,
I'm like on the edge. I'm like almost there. Like push me off
I'm
almost.
trying so hard to stay with it just because it's All Stars 2, right? Like I've been waiting so long for this, but I could care less at this point what happens.
All the good people are leaving, so
Yeah,
it's like
like Davon
there's
and Bailey's gonna go
no
home this week, and then next week the other one's gonna go home, and then the next week it's gonna be Ian, Christmas or Danny, one of those three. And as much as I'd love to see Danny or Christmas go, it's just gonna make me furious in the fact that the girls are so stupid they didn't realize that they should probably work together. Um,
yeah.
because
They
like that's
realize
just
before it's too
like
late.
yeah, way too. They haven't even realized it yet because they're still ratting each other out. So like, it's
A
not even
man is
a
winning this
genuine
season.
alliance. Oh, there's no way one doesn't. It's gonna be an all male final five at this point, the way it's going, because
Which
none
is,
of the
I
men are even
mean,
targeting each other.
exactly. I mean, I have nothing wrong with male winners. It's just like I like underdogs, and when they get overpowered immediately, I just completely lose it. So I just like forget about the whole show. I That's why I usually like miss the second half of the show. Cause I'm like, okay, all the people I like are gone.
Yeah, well, see, for me, if it's just a bad season, I always end up like leaving halfway through. I'm like, I know a season's bad, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. Did it with
Yeah,
21, not 20. Did it with 21. Did
20
it
had
with
an amazing
19.
pre. Right.
20 wasn't
Preacher is
that bad
usually
in
good.
general. It was just like by Final Six, you just didn't care anymore because it was so one-sided that it was like, who cares? Now they have to now they
Right.
have to kill each other. Oh man, nothing interesting about level 6 turning on each other when there's only level 6 members left. Like, who cares?
And them trying to
Everyone,
make JC look like a good person. Like, I'm done
ugh.
with this show.
I know
Like, what
JC's
is they
literally horrible.
doing? They made him look like such a cool person. Like like people actually think he's a good, genuine person, and like he's funny. I'm like, oh my god, this show does
JC's
not show
horrible.
anything.
I know, I hate JC so much. And then I hate the fact that all the fans are like, oh my god, Tyler backstabbing Brett was so memorable. I'm like, dude, what other move did Tyler have to make? Like, I
Literally, it was
it got to the point where it was like, oh cool, Tyler backstabbed his ally. Guess what? Everyone left in the house is his ally. Nothing about that
right.
was special. Like, come on. Like, it wasn't a bad move, it's just the fact that everyone makes it up to be like this crazy move that was so unexpected. It was like obvious he was gonna do it. He had to.
Yeah, so I'm about done with this season. Once Davon goes, and Davon, Ian, and Kevin, once they go, I'm done. Well, no, actually, I take that back. Davon, Ian, and David, when they go, I'm done.
It was
But
like,
I
I
think
like
David's gonna go far.
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
don't
I
think
don't
so?
know. Here's the thing with David, man. He's on the list of POCs that need to go home, according to Danny and
All right.
Nicole. So,
Why am I acting like he's not black? Of course he's gonna
yeah.
go soon.
Like they literally listed off the order of what they wanted: Christmas, Nicole, Danny, I think Cody. They were like, oh yeah, so Bailey, Davon, then Kevin, then David, then Ian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a no.
Like, I don't see any reason to be watching the rest of the season and here's the thing, man. The powers were ass cheeks. The only good one was is David's power. Here's the thing. It's not even that good.
I
Because
know. I'm like,
David can't use it on anyone else. He has to use it on himself. Or he's gonna go up.
literally.
If he blocks a nominee and it's not him that's the nominee, obviously he's going up.
I feel like they didn't want to put like a coup d'état in the game and it go into somebody's hands like Memphis. I feel like that's the only reason they didn't put like a big, powerful
I know,
game.
but
But
like even
she
his
just fan voted it.
they should have definitely fan voted it because like if they're so mad about wall yellers and whatever, it's like the only reason why we have banner planes and wall yellers is because you're taking the season that's been most anticipated by fans, that fans are most invested in, and you're not having any fan involvement, but in the last 7 to 8 seasons, that's all you did was have fan voted twists. Like, that's
Right.
crazy. Like,
Like
why
the
is it this
hypocrisy
season?
is crazy.
Like, it's
They
so
literally
insane.
contradict themselves every like
And they
season. Like
wonder why there's no wall yellers, and they wonder why there's so many wall yellers and plain banners. Because every other season you ever had, with vets, even like in the first All Stars, we were allowed to vote people in. In
right.
18, we were able to vote who gets a power every week. So if there was a vet we really liked, we could vote for them to get a power. And literally in 13, I don't think there was any fan. Oh yeah, no, we got to vote in whether we wanted on who we wanted to get a chance to come back, and everyone voted
Really.
Brendan. In season 14, did we do any fan votes in 14? I think 14 might be the only one with vets where we didn't have a fan vote.
Everybody was not that good. Since
Yeah, it
like
didn't even matter.
4.
14 is
Yeah.
the only one with vets that we didn't have a fan vote.
15 MVP.
Yeah, 15 was like we had MVP and then Alyssa was Rachel's sister, so it's basically a fan vote for a vet. Why is it
Right.
All Stars 2, the one season that everyone wants to vote, is the one season you don't have a vote? It doesn't even make
MVP would have
sense.
been great for
Yeah,
this
in
season.
16 we had Team America. In season 10, in 8 we had America's favorite player. We had I don't even know if that was
17. What about 17?
17 we had. Wait, didn't America get to vote like between two twists every week? I think so. Or am I wrong? Or
For
did they just put
17,
in a new twist every week? Yeah.
they tried the first 3 weeks and then Epic failed because
Yeah,
they stopped like
they
after the
stopped
first
doing
3
it.
weeks. And then I don't know, they didn't do anything. I guess because Vanessa was doing really good, so they didn't want to
Yeah.
fuck her over. They wanted her
But
to win. I
then,
feel like.
in 20, obviously we had the Power app.
Yep.
21.
When did we vote in 19?
19, I don't know
The
if we did
pendant
have
of
a fan vote.
protection. Stupid shit.
Did we
like,
vote that? Oh yeah, did we vote for that?
Hello?
Twist? I don't know if we did or not.
I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. I was like, did we vote for the 19 twists? I don't know if we did.
I think because I remember Christmas won. I think we did.
Yeah, I
We
think we
did.
did
I
because
feel
Jessica
like.
won one, right? I
Yeah,
think
yeah. She got the Hawking Hex. So
yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yes, we
Point
did
proven.
vote. So like the only season that we didn't have a fan vote that I can remember is 21, 14, um,
21 we did have one. We had
did we?
the 3 nominees.
Oh yeah.
Like they did a little comp thing, and one became a third nominee.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
yeah,
don't really remember much about those things. I didn't watch a lot of it, to be fair.
right. But hopefully I mean, I feel like we'll get one, but it'll be too late. It's like, well, half the people we
When
like
would
are
it put
gone,
it
so
to?
why are you giving this to us now?
I know. Like ever since season 7, almost every season has had a fan vote. Almost every single one. And then the one season where it's All Stars 2 again, where you know everyone's going to want to have a say in it and you don't have a fan vote, what do you expect fans to do at that point? You didn't let
And
fans
most of them
choose the
were in
committee.
pre-jury. That's the crazy part.
Exactly.
Most of them were in pre-jury, and we're in pre-jury, and we're almost out of it after this week,
Exactly.
and they still haven't done anything
It's just
for fans.
stupid. It's like they should have just first they should have let us vote in half the cast.
Right.
I
Oh
don't know
yeah, that
why
would have
they
been
didn't.
perfect.
I
I guess because they didn't have a good handful of choice, because a
I
lot of
think it
people
was the
got
COVID thing,
COVID.
really, right? Because there's no
Yeah.
way they could have had there's no way they would have been able to quarantine like 30 to 40 people and like all that. So I get that, but then why not have like a day one fan vote or something? Like you could have had like fans vote for the first HOH since they did that weird group thing anyway.
That would have been
Um,
perfect. First voting for
yeah,
the
like
first
they could have did
HOH.
something like that. It's like it may seem like a really big thing, but when you compare it to all the other fan votes they've done over the years, like there's so many other more like I mean season 10's a great example of you literally let America vote a house guest out on the one week that it was a split vote. The house was
All
split
right.
down the middle and you let America choose who went home.
Perfect.
You
They
couldn't
just
have a fan vote at HOH or just a fan vote in general, like anything. You couldn't have a fan vote battle back again or something. Like, come on, man, that's so
I
stupid.
don't know. I don't know. This show needs a whole revamp. I don't know if I'm gonna give it another chance with this season. I don't know. Maybe next season. I might watch the first couple episodes, and if I'm not feeling it, then I might be done with this whole show. But I mean, I love this show so much, so it sucks. I mean, I might just start with Canada and just stay with them. Well, I've
Man,
been watching them, but
Canada
I'm
had
just
another
gonna
bad season. I might have to give up on that too, right? So that's the thing.
right
Since
because
I
they are
watched
in the.
Canada too, it's like it feels like I've had 10 seasons of Big Brother that have all sucked in a row, and it's like it's just so
And
much.
Survivor too.
Yeah. Oh, well, I liked Winners at War at least.
Oh, I like only because of Tony went. I feel like he deserved it.
I know Tony Lynn was great. I will
But
admit that
the
it was a
first
little
couple boots were
boring.
horrible.
Yeah,
Like
Natalie going
Parvati
home first made
going,
me so
Nat.
mad.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
Was so mad, bro. I was
Danny
like,
going
why
out.
Natalie?
Yeah, so
And I was so excited to finally watch her play again because she had to say no to Game Changers last second. I was like, yes, let's go. And she got booted first, and I was pissed.
I'm just start watching the challenge more. I'm gonna start watching it and like hopefully I'll like it better.
You got it. The challenge is I had like a very obviously horrible season within the last like 10 years. I mean, like they've had a couple that aren't fantastic, but none of them have been bad. That is one positive about the challenge. You don't get bad seasons 24/7, but it's also because they use the same people like 8 times a day. So
I like
I
that.
don't
They
know.
change it up
Yeah.
for the most part. I think with the challenge, like a lot of them are likable, so it's different. But
Yeah, I do
at the
wish
same
they had
time,
more new people though.
at that too. But like at the same time, we don't get feeds, so we don't know how horrible these people are.
Yeah, I
Same thing with
know.
Survivor. These
That's the
people could be
plus of
like
Survivor and the
absolutely horrible.
challenge. Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss, I guess.
And I also don't like that about them too because like the show can edit any player any way they want to. So you never really know who's the best player. You just go based off whatever producers want
They
you to
show
think.
us.
Yeah. That's the one thing I always liked about Big Brother more. It's just the fact that Big Brother's casted so horribly recently that it's not even worth it.
sad. It's really sad.
Because there's no good, likable players. There's no one that fits both bills.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Canada's going to be good next season, though, anyway, because they said they're giving half POC, so hopefully that'll be good.
Yeah, I hope it's good. It's like, I mean, it's hard to say it's going to be good when they just had two back-to-back horrendous seasons, one that had to
All
get
right.
canceled halfway through, and not even because of COVID. COVID was just like perfect
The icing
timing.
on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, this
It
is
was like, oh,
shit.
we can
Let's
cancel
just
the
cancel.
season and we have an excuse. That's always, oh, wait,
Two,
we can cancel the season and not have to give away $100,000. Hold up. Let's do it.
3 people left in involuntary. Well, okay, 3 people left that weren't evicted in pre-jury. It's like, what?
I know. 2
Actually, almost
expulsions.
4.
Yeah. So wasn't
Because
it like
what's his
2
face?
expulsions and a self-eviction, and then Carroll was about to
Harold.
self-evict right before
She
the
literally was about to
cancellation.
self-evict before all the COVID. So you're
I
gonna have
know.
four people walking out. Like, what is going on?
And then at this
What else
point,
bad?
everyone hated Canada production because they're like, how do you let this happen? How is this something that just happens? How do you start expelling people for fun? Because it's
Right.
like, how
For
does
saying a
that?
gunshot.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't even. First of all, that expulsion doesn't make any sense. And then you try to mend that expulsion by expelling Kyle. It's like, no, you just made it worse. You expelled 2 people for no reason.
Really? Just
So it's
bring
like,
him back.
what are you even doing? Everyone's questioning like the abilities of these people at this point. Like, did we just get a whole new production team? Because this is measurably worse than anything Canada's ever done before. And then they're about to get another self-eviction. So they're like, okay, this COVID thing's happening. I think legally they were still able to like film it. They were like, I
They
mean,
really could have.
is it worth it? I mean, we're already way behind schedule because 3 people left in the first 2 weeks of the game. 4
Almost
people
4.
left. Yeah, 4 people left in general in the first 2 weeks of the game. Almost 5 because we had the one real eviction and the 3 like fucking special circumstances. And then you factor in the fact that there's no one likable on the season left anyway. There's no one fans are rooting for. There's,
Yeah.
the only memorable person was Jamar. It's already
That was the
gone.
only memorable person from that cast.
Exactly. The
I hope
only
they
good
bring him
player
back.
was Sheldon, really, and he no one liked him just because he was like no one really likes good players. So then it was like, okay, we can keep the season going and have to give away $130,000, or we can just end this whole thing now and cut our losses before this shit goes downhill. The only positive of that season was it was their highest rated season in terms of viewership.
You're lying. Season 8 was the highest.
Yeah, it was. But that's
What
because we
the
only
fuck?
got the first couple weeks of the game, right? So like they didn't have their steady decline. Like every other season of Big Brother Canada, it's like so little people have the opportunity to watch. Like that's the thing, right? Because like if it was aired in America, it would be watched for the most part. But the thing about Big Brother is that most of their viewership comes from people that from Canada that watch the US version. And what they don't realize is they can't use the marketing that US does. And what US does is they bank off the fact that they're a summer show. You can watch this with your whole family while your kids don't have to go to school. And it's a nice little family show that you just
Fuck that
watch.
shit.
But like that's like
Like,
it's like you get to watch people have fun during the summer. It's like a little summery thing, and this is why season 9 had such low viewership, right? Because it was in the winter. Nobody wants to watch Big Brother in the winter because it's a summer show.
right.
So like in Canada, it's in the winter, so they can't bank off of it like they bank off the summer vacation marketing that the U.S. does. So most people didn't even know Canada had a Big Brother for the first 3 years.
Me either. I didn't start watching until season 3.
Yeah, it was around season 3 or 4 that people were like, "Oh, Big Brother has a can." It was because of the fucking international players that people realized, "Oh yeah, Big Brother
Oh,
can do
yeah.
it."
With Nikki and, yeah.
Because they had so much marketing for the first season with like Chilltown and Dan, and still people didn't know about it.
Oh, yeah, they did. They started bringing in a bunch of U.S. players because they knew like nobody was watching that shit. And they
Exactly.
changed channels
Yeah, they
from
changed
Slice.
channels, which was a big one. They went from Slice to Global, which was smart. It should have been on Global from the beginning because but people like from that aren't from Canada don't know is Global is what people watch BBUS on. That's
It's
why
like
no one watched
CBS.
it when it was on Slice. Yeah, Globals are is the Canadian version of CBS. Like the CBS shows that are aired in Canada all get aired on Global, like Big Brother US. So if you watch Big Brother in Canada, you're watching it on Global. So why the fuck was Big Brother Canada on Slice? Nobody watched Slice for Big Brother.
What
No
is
one knew
Slice?
that Slice was
What
gonna
shows
have
on
Big Brother.
Slice?
Fucking Property Brothers. That's like
Oh heck
stuff
no,
like
of course.
that. Like just the most random stuff. It was like really shitty, like Love It or Listed or like Say Yes to the Dress shows. That's what's on Slice.
That makes
So
sense.
like
That's
nobody was
all I need to
watching
know.
Slice for Big Brother. No one knew that Slice was making a. There were so many mistakes that were made, and why that show almost got canceled after the first season.
It almost got canceled
It almost got
after the
canceled
first.
after the first season, after the second season, after the third season, after the fourth season, after it almost got canceled after every single season.
I
It's been a
wonder what's
fucking
saving it.
long.
They said the fans. You
The
saved the
fans.
season.
Yeah,
I remember Arissa came on. She's like, the fans. You you saved the season.
they
Like,
did.
how'd they save the season?
Social media interaction plays a big part in if a show gets renewed nowadays. Thankfully.
Really?
Yeah.
So Big Brother's definitely getting renewed, but
Yeah,
it's a bunch
because
of
this is the
negative criticism.
I know this is the most social interaction the show's had though since BB16. There's no way that it doesn't get renewed.
I think they need this. Okay, I'm gonna. Every Twitter person needs to shut up. So let the show just die. Die.
Let the
It's like
show
that. It's
die.
like Jason. Like it just keeps getting up. Like he won't die.
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? It's like we've had the worst seasons of Big Brother over the last few years, but we've had the most social interaction with the show over these last few years. So the show's going to keep getting renewed, even if it loses viewership, as long as it doesn't dive under like 2 million views per episode. If its interaction is as big as it's been this season, there's no way they're ever canceling it.
It was 3.85 million viewers.
It's still pretty high, but I know at one point it was
Yeah.
like 5 to 6 million episode. It's lost a lot of
This.
viewership over the years. But
It steady declines, but that's
yeah.
as expected.
But yeah, that's because the show's been on for so long, and they've done a really bad job at marketing it for younger audiences. But that's why the social media thing is so impactful and important, is because it draws a definitive like comparison of a young audience to the show, because social media is mainly ran by younger people. So if there's a huge audience social media wise, then you're succeeding in terms of bringing your show to a younger audience. That's why the social media
It's more
impacts.
PG.
Exactly. Well, it's not even the PG thing. It's like if a show gets canceled on Netflix, right? If it has like a large social media interaction where fans get like in an uproar, it tells Netflix that even though the show isn't being streamed a lot, it has a decent size audience that's really invested in the show, and also that it's doing a good job of bringing its whole program to a younger audience, right? So like the main thing TV programs want to do is be able to market themselves to younger audiences, because that just means longer lasting viewership, right? So social media, it basically represents that. If your show is being talked about a lot on social media, that means that your show is connected to a younger audience, and that's what matters the most. And that's why Big Brother cares so much about social media influence. It's like the reason they casted Frankie for season 16.
That's probably one of the. He sucks, but like that's probably just one of the smartest casting choices they've done.
It definitely was. That's why they wanted to bring him back this year. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know
Yeah, I
if
wonder why
Frankie
they didn't
said
bring him
no.
back. I mean, I don't like him, but I wonder why they didn't bring him.
I gotta assume Frankie wanted a lot to come back, because at this point I think he has his own show, and then he did Celebrity Big
Oh
Brother, so he
yeah.
was still a really big name, and then obviously he's tied in with Ariana Grande, so I just think they didn't want to fork up the money for him, and they were like, we can make a season without you. We're just gonna have to let you go.
Yeah, I
Something
forgot
like that.
he's really popular. Like he was popular before the show, but I mean he's like even more.
Yeah, he's actually the social mogul, as opposed to whatever he called himself on season 16, that he wasn't back then, but he is now.
Because like in 2014, that was when Ariana Grande was just becoming popular. So
Right.
now she's like a big star, so it's even.
Yeah, now she's a
Even better.
megastar, and then
Yeah, she's a
he
megastar now.
himself has built his own career as well.
Yeah, I forgot he does like Broadway, a bunch of other shit, and
Yeah,
he's
I
a
think he has his
social
own
media
talk
influencer.
show.
He
Yeah,
does?
I
I
think
didn't know that.
so. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he does. I think he had one. He went on to Celebrity Big Brother, because he did Celebrity Big Brother in the UK.
2.1 million followers.
Yeah,
He's
And then,
definitely not coming back.
and this is why I've always talked about why BB16, as much as everyone hates it, is arguably the season that saved Big Brother because it came right after BB15. If you look, all the season 16 people are the ones with the most social media following. And that's why
Yep.
Nicole's back. She's like 600. That's why Christmas came back. You know, people don't realize why Christmas came back because she has 700,000 followers on Instagram. That's the only reason.
Right.
Which makes her in CBS's eyes as one of the most popular house guests to ever play. In CBS
Christmas.
eyes, yeah, she has 700K.
Okay.
So yeah.
What are you saying?
Well, it's because she runs her own company.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was saying. She has her own company. That's the only reason she has that. I mean, she had like I think she had like 300 or 200K
yeah, she had
before she
200K
came in
coming
the house.
into the show, right? That's like the reason she was casted for the show in the first place, because she had 200K. Now she has 700K. So in CBS's eyes, it's like free marketing to a huge audience of younger people that are following her on social media. So it's like, all right, well, obviously
Yeah.
that's why they brought her back. That's why they didn't ask certain other players too, right? Like social media it plays a huge factor. That's why I was
Do you
kind
think
of.
we're gonna see like a YouTuber on Big Brother
Oh yeah, eventually it will happen. Does Shane
on the
Dawson
regular
that really
season?
likes Big Brother?
Oh, he's racist. I don't think they would do that because
Shane
he has a bad past. Yeah, he has a
Shane
really
Dawson
bad.
has a lot of bad things about him,
Yeah,
but
but he's like they literally canceled him like 100 times. Like he's horrible.
yeah, that's true. Who's the other
But
guy, the
also
TikToker? Mark or something? He tweets with the show a
TikToker
lot. He's pretty
Mark.
popular. Yeah, it's like I don't want to say Mark Dice. I think I'm thinking of somebody else, but he's like
I'm not on
Marky or
TikTok like
something
that.
like that. Marky. He's a pretty big TikToker. Like someone like that, I can see coming on the show. I'm not sure about the regular show because they have Celebrity Big Brother. They can always bring back whenever, so I doubt that they'll have someone like that on the regular show anymore. Because a
Right.
lot of people were upset about Frankie being on the show in the first place, right? So I think that was like kind of the main reason they did Celebrity Big Brother, so they didn't have to bring like influencers on the actual show.
Right. Cause I feel
Like,
like he would have been better on like Frankie would have been better on. I feel like well, I'm glad he's on actual 16, but I feel like he's more celebrity status. Yeah.
yeah. And then like, because I'm just thinking, because like I know Canada did it, but I don't know if US would do it. Because Canada did Mitch, right? And he has 5 million subs on YouTube, and he's the biggest YouTuber in Canada, and yada yada. And then,
Right.
but I don't think US would do it just because Canada doesn't have Celebrity Big Brother, and they needed all that. They needed that free promo. What people don't realize is, I think BB Can 4 might be their most viewed season, other than season
Yeah, I
8.
think because but oh yeah, true, yeah, because of the outside influence with
Yeah,
Nikki and Tim.
yeah, because you had Nikki and Tim, and then you had Veronica and Jace marketing the show, and then you also had Mitch, and a lot of people joined the fandom as a huge Mitch fan because of Mitch, right? Because of ASAP Science, that's what it's called, right? I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, he has his own little YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's the most sub channel in Canada, so. Um, but Mitch himself isn't like a really well known influencer, but the
Who?
channel's huge. But yeah, I don't know if US would do it just because they do have the Celebrity Big Brother option now, where they don't have to bring a celebrity onto the real show.
Oh yeah, but I feel like did they cancel it or are they still doing it?
I don't think they canceled it. Like, I don't think they officially canceled it. I think they just stopped doing it because it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
More
that is a
money than
lot of
All
money to
Stars
cough up.
too. Because like, didn't it cost like Omarosa like $1 million? Like, didn't they give her $1 million to go on?
You
Like
said
something
what?
crazy. I think they gave Omarosa $1 million to go on.
$1 million?
Something crazy like that.
That's
And
crazy to
like,
think about.
and I'm sure the lowest amount of money that was given to someone was like 100K. And I'm like, I'm sure for like Meta World Peace, it was a few 100,000. And like Chuck Liddell, he got evicted first. Like for bigger
I
names
wonder
like
how the
that,
views were for Celebrity Big Brother.
I'm gonna search it up right now because I'm pretty sure it was actually pretty low for the same reason why BB9 was low is because it was in the winter.
Oh yeah, true.
People don't realize how big like the marketing of like the summer vacation aspect is such a like it's become like such a huge part of the show. That's why I thought All Stars 2 was gonna have low viewership because it's basically in the winter for the most part now that summer's pretty
Yeah.
much done. But luckily, they did it like just the right enough. They had enough time in the summer to market it to the summer people. Plus, it's All Stars, so that helps. But
Mm,
it was obviously not good enough that they thought the money was worth doing it.
I think they probably like lost like paying the celebrities. They probably like 3 million.
Yeah,
And
well, All Stars 2 cost $1 million. I finally did the
40,000
math.
times 16
Is 610, I think, 610K
Woo.
just for the players. Then you got the 500K prize. Then you got the 50K second place, and the 5K they gave away the day, and like the vacations and everything they're gonna give away. That's around
And then you
$1
gotta
million.
add in jury. They get
Yeah.
paid
I don't
in
know if I
jury.
don't know if they just get 40K and then I don't know if they get the stipend checks this year or not. If they do, then you have to add in like another like what fucking
I think they
70K.
would.
Yeah, I
I
assume
think
they
they
would.
would for jury.
Yeah, I assume
So
they are.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
I
Which
hope
is
they go
why
bankrupt.
that's why I know that the production stopped Tyler from quitting is because they spent so much money on this season. They're not gonna
Oh
let
yeah, they
anyone
threatened
quit.
him.
Yeah,
Apparently they threatened him.
they
Like
threatened
he's
him,
gonna
and
have
the
to pay
reason
back
why
all that.
yeah, he's gonna have to pay back all the hotels and everything, and he's gonna get the 40K taken away, which is I assume is what happened. I mean, it's a lot of money, to say the least. So I understand like that it wasn't Tyler's decision ultimately to stay because like I know he was pretty much forced to stay, but still like the way he went at it was not good.
Right.
But it's so much money, and it's funny because I think they spend even more on the first All Stars, right? Because I don't know how, and the thing is, it might even be more than 40K for certain players because I remember Will got more money than everyone else for the first All
It's like Will
Stars.
negotiated his contract though,
That's
and
what
they
I'm
really wanted
saying.
him.
That's what I'm
So it
saying. Who
depends. I
knows
don't
who
think
else
anybody they really.
negotiated?
Who do you think? Only people I could see like them negotiating was maybe Tyler because he didn't
I
want to
can
do it in the first place.
exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was Tyler because he said no in the first place, and then
And
he was a big
maybe
name.
Nicole. No, Nicole
Nicole,
probably
no,
would want
no.
to.
Well, I don't think
She
Nicole
probably.
could. I don't think she could have the leverage to do it anyway. I
The
think
only people
Danny
with
could have
leverage
and
would be
Janelle. Janelle probably
yeah,
did.
Janelle and Tyler and Danny. Yeah, those are the only three I see with like leverage.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they threatened Tyler is because I think he's getting a lot more than 40K from being on the show.
Yeah, probably like 60. All right.
Yeah, I think it's around 100 probably. That's what Will got, and
Really?
yeah, and the difference between Tyler and Will is that Tyler is not only the best player that was going to be on this season, but he was also the most popular in terms of he got the most like America
How
Favorite
much do you
House
think
guest
they offered
ever.
Paul?
What?
How much do you think they offered Paul?
Paul?
Yeah,
Probably around 50, 60.
probably like 56. I'd say 100K. I definitely think they. No, he
I
would accept it. I thought he would have accepted it.
I think the reason that they didn't offer him more is just because he didn't have the popularity with them. He had the gameplay, but BB19 ruined his popularity in a way where like I don't think Big Brother even thought it was worth like the fight. It was just like he either says yes or he says no.
I
Because I think
forget that
if
his
they wanted
popularity
him,
went down.
yeah, like he's so hated now that they were like, it's not worth fighting. Because if they wanted to, they could have had him on the season. They could have fought for him and convinced him to be on the season. There's a reason he's on this season. It was because they didn't want to do all that.
That's crazy to think about.
Exactly. Like I'm sure he probably got paid like that he would have been offered a little bit more than everyone else, but like I'm sure Janelle got paid a good amount too. Like
Yeah,
solid
even though she
100
doesn't
plus.
need it, she's like basically rich.
I know she doesn't need it, but she's like a superstar when it comes to Big Brother, and she was apparently she didn't really want to do it at first either because she knew what was going to happen. So,
Yeah,
and I'm
she
sure.
said the only reason she did it was because like it was earlier. If it had been like earlier, she wouldn't have done it. But it started later.
Yeah, it was like a good timing, I guess. And I'm sure she got like pretty solid contract going for her. Um, Yeah, Danny probably negotiated just because, like, I'm sure she was like, it has to be better than that if I'm leaving my family.
Oh, true.
Um,
But at the same time, I feel like she would want to do it too, like
yeah.
immediately.
Well, I'm sure she definitely would want to do it, but I also think that she's smart enough to know that she's one of those players that has leverage.
Oh yeah, true.
Or like she would know that if CBS really wanted her, she could get more, and then like they probably did really want her, and then
True. Sure.
outside of them, like I am sure Christmas would have just said yes. Bailey had no reason to want more than like because like she's doing perfectly well at home. She just
Rich.
wanted to play anyway. So I think she just wanted to play for the competitive thing. Davon just wanted to play to like prove that she could do better than what she's done in the past. So I don't think
And
either
she
one of
actually likes
them.
the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and Davon really likes. So I think there's a chance Davon could have negotiated just because she is like a bigger personality. But I think there's like she I think she just likes the competition of it all. So I think I think she
Yeah, I
wanted to.
feel like that 40,000 was enough though, like to
Yeah,
get her on
yeah,
board.
me too. And I think she just wanted to like. I think she's done with the challenge and she's wanted to do Big Brother for a while again. So
Yeah, she said she's done after this.
yeah, I mean I would be too. Fuck this
Right.
season. And then who else on the season? Ian, I'm sure he didn't negotiate because I'm sure he doesn't have any leverage to negotiate. Kevin, same
Yeah, he's an
thing.
old winner. Kevin's
Yeah.
an old player.
Kevin, Memphis,
Keisha
and
didn't.
Keisha. Yeah, they weren't even Memphis and Keisha were alternates. Like I'm
What
sure
about
they.
Cody? I feel like
Uh,
maybe
I
because
think
he is
Cody.
popular. His popular
Yeah,
season.
he's popular and he's like he could be considered a celebrity because he's like he acts in real movies and stuff too. So like, or real movies if you want to call them that. But
Probably like 60.
yeah, and he has a show. Yeah, he probably got like 60, 70, I'd say, and then like maybe even 100. Who knows? And then yeah, then you have Kevin, Memphis, Keisha,
Kasich,
Enzo.
what
They
about Kasich?
definitely didn't.
Oh yeah,
Kaser?
Kasich and Enzo,
No.
they definitely.
I don't think Kaser did. I think Kaser he came on the show for two reasons. One because he loves the game, and then two because he wanted to spread like certain messages about like society and stuff.
Yeah,
So I think he wanted to do the show for personal reasons. I don't think he had to negotiate. And like yeah, Enzo
this season
Memphis.
really made me like him. I've never really liked him.
Yeah, yeah, me
I
too.
thought he
I
was
didn't
always
like him
overrated,
either.
but this season made me really like him.
Yeah, me too, man. It's crazy what live feeds can do to you, like certain people. It's like,
Right,
whoa, this guy's actually way better than I thought he was.
exactly.
But yeah. And then I'm just thinking Nicole A probably wouldn't have any leverage to
No,
use, but maybe because she didn't want to do it at first too. Um,
she didn't.
yeah, no, she didn't want to do it. She wasn't gonna do it apparently. And
But I feel like she's still one of those people where it's like they probably knew she was going out first, so they're like, we're not going to pay that much because we know she's probably going to be one of the first evictees.
that's
Maybe.
true. And then like David, obviously, he would have no leverage.
Literally no leverage.
Yeah, no leverage. And I'm pretty sure he was an alternative for Hayden, who I think
He
did
was.
negotiate.
He was an alternative for Hayden.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought he was an alternative for Josh.
I thought the way I always viewed it was Memphis for Josh, Keisha for
Myth.
Casey, and then David for Hayden.
Keisha for Casey. Oh yeah, Keisha for Casey and David for Hayden.
Yeah, and then I think Diane for someone else, but I think maybe Nicole. Nicole
Diane.
A. Yeah, because she was rumored there for a bit too.
Diane BB5.
Yeah, and then she made a random post
Diane
about the
BB5.
season. Yeah,
That would have been fun. I would like to see her play it one more time.
I know.
I
I
think she did
wish she
get
was on
screwed
there.
over
Oh
the
yeah, and then
first time.
Amber. Amber was the alternative too.
Oh, I would love to see her play. I feel like she out of all those people, I feel like I would have loved to see her play because we don't know how she plays,
That's true.
but we
I
know she's
know.
good at comps.
Yeah,
I
she was
think
good at
she would have been
comps.
really
She
good.
wasn't the greatest in terms of making smart decisions. I mean, I've talked about her big mistake on season 16 that nobody wants to mention.
I'm crying. That's funny.
Yeah, the old girls alliance thing. Um, yeah, the season would have been a lot better if they just like casted the alternatives, like not even just the alternates, man. Like if you just casted Josh and Casey, maybe the season would have been different. I hate to say
They should
that.
have just did a second chance season.
They should have just did a second chance season. The thing is, I don't think the cast would
Second
be
chance.
much different. The only
That
people
would
that
have
wouldn't
saved.
be on there is Nicole, Ian, and Danielle, really. Then everyone else would be on there still. Oh, and Dave On. That's the thing. We would just lose
No, I
Dave
feel
On
like they should have
and Kaser. We would just not have Dave On,
like
Kaser, and Janelle.
from
That's the only thing.
halfway through jury because they should have. Okay, I don't know because they should have used people like for All Stars. I would have waited because you could use Vanessa, Jessica, Rachel. Like they should have definitely waited.
No,
But I feel like they had no choice with COVID.
their mistake was that they didn't do All Stars early enough. They should have done All Stars around 14 when they did coaches. Like when they originally planned on it. Shut up.